two-story ninja course, a ropes course with a 180-degree zip line, and it's only one of 5 in the country that are indoors. Multiple climbing walls, a super cool arcade with 40-plus games, and a brand new full-service cafe and bar for adults. Visit the brand new Sorgers Fun Park, now open, located right behind ARU on Corey Road, Greenville.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
With rates being historically low, now is the best time to buy or refinance your home. This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685-842. Equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. I am so excited to announce a brand new menu item now available at all Parker's locations. Come in for our delicious new boneless wings. Our wings are fresh, hand-cut, right there in the store. Never frozen, and our wings are big. Try them tossed in one of our signature sauces, sweet red barbecue sauce or barbecue honey mustard. Get a boneless wing bag for less than $5. That includes 6 boneless wings with hush puppies and corn sticks. Parker's Barbecue, a homemade tradition for over 50 years.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get auto, home, life, and business insurance all from one agency? Well, that's where the Gavigan Agency comes in. They can help protect what is important to you. So why not simplify your life? See the Gavigan Agency in Greenville or give them a call today at 252-756-1400. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple!
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Clip Brock inside the Pirate Radio studios. Another beautiful day in eastern North Carolina and another great show to get to on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And you can watch the show on Facebook Live and at YouTube Live. Got some in-studio guests coming up later on in today's program, such as Stephen Igoe from Hoist the Colors. He'll join us at 4 o'clock. Igoe will recap ECU Duke, get us ready for the weekend series on the road against Georgia Southern, talk some Pirate basketball as well as interesting VIP thread on Hoist the Colors about what the roster could look like next season for ECU basketball. We'll talk about that a little bit, find out what's going on in the football workouts as well. So a lot of ECU talk coming up at 4 o'clock with Stephen Igoe, and we'll have fun in hour 3 of today's show with Troy D and touchdown Tony Collins. A lot going on in the NFL manages to somehow stay in the headlines despite games not being played. In fact, right now you've got NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball spring training games begin this weekend. College basketball, college baseball, high school football, college football. Like everything's being played except the NFL. And you've got the Russell Wilson stuff coming out now. Deshaun Watson still out there. So they remain in the headlines. Some Russell Wilson to Chicago rumblings going on online. We'll talk to Troy D, Tony Collins about that. And, of course, more on the big news yesterday that more fans are going to be allowed to attend sporting events that will impact high school football, ECU athletics, Of course, the Hornets and Canes here in the state, and more. We'll dive into all that with Igoe, Troy D, Tony Collins later on in today's show. Hour 1, we will talk some Pirate baseball with Corey Gloor, the play-by-play voice of ECU baseball, who is en route, I believe, to Statesboro, Georgia. Could already be there. We'll find out when we give him a call at 3:15. And Jeff Nadu, the big man on campus, will get us ready for tonight's basketball slate, which includes a top 10 matchup between Iowa and Michigan. And believe it or not, folks, Mini Madness is here. The Horizon League Conference Tournament gets underway tonight. So you've got some conference tournament action, a lot of basketball, NBA, and college, and we'll talk about it all with Jeff Nadu. All right, let's introduce Shirley Rhodes and Chandler Honeycutt. And Chandler, you got your mic in front of you. What's on your news desk today?
Well, you already mentioned it, but there's talks of Russell Wilson wanting out of Seattle, but in the past 30 minutes to an hour, I've seen multiple reports from big dogs in the media like Adam Schefter and Jeremy Fowler saying that there really isn't any interest in a trade right now with Seattle.
From the Seahawks perspective,
absolutely,
you mean?
Yeah. So but it has. I did see Adam Schefter say that if there was trade interest, that there were several teams that Russell Wilson wouldn't mind playing for, including the Bears. I think I saw the Dolphins and the Cowboys, and maybe a couple more. But I
don't want him to go to Dallas. That would not be good.
That's
for me.
Probably the biggest thing. And also the Hornets with the big win last night.
Great win by Charlotte. A big boy win for the Hornets on the road against a fun, young, exciting Phoenix Suns team.
Yeah, I don't know if you were planning on talking with me later on in the show about this.
No, this is the only time we're going to talk.
All right, well let's talk then, because I saw where there were 7 bugs in double-digit scoring last night. So Malik Monk leading the way with 29 points, and
the Malik Monk resurrection.
It's crazy.
Did not see that coming.
About the first 1/4 of the season, he didn't play.
He didn't play,
at all.
I thought he was just going to be either traded or just not part of the future plans. Now he's certainly in the mix, coming off the bench, playing great.
Also a great night last night from the rookie LaMelo Ball. I think finished with 20 points. Thought he had more rebounds than he had. I saw he only had 4 rebounds and maybe 8 assists. So when you got 7 guys scored in double digits, I mean, you're going to get wins. So great job by the Hornets last night. And I was kind of worried the other night when they played the Utah Jazz and they were up for a majority of the game and they ended up losing by 22 points. I said this West Coast stretch is going to be very tough, but they were able to go into Phoenix last night and take down one of the best teams in the league.
Well, Spencer Percy joined us yesterday from the BuzzBeat podcast, and he said, with kind of young teams like this that have not had a lot of success, that Utah loss could turn into 5 losses, 8 losses, if it sticks with you. Mm-hmm. Man, it was big for them to come out and win last night. All right. Thank you, Chandler. You know what? We will talk to you later on in the show. Shirley Rhodes has been scribbling down notes, so news still coming into the Shirley Rhodes news desk. Shirley, what do you got today?
Well, we talked about the Russell Wilson deal. The 4 that I'm hearing are Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, and Bears.
Saints would be interesting. Hook up with Sean Payton.
Yeah, that would be.
Of course, Drew Brees still hasn't retired, but I guess he's going to. I don't know why he hasn't yet, but anyway.
Yeah, that will be. I guess that remains to be seen. But also J.J. Watt, who is also kind of floating out there.
He's a free agent.
Yeah. Reportedly from ESPN, he has received multiple offers. And right now, the biggest offer on the table is somewhere between $15 and $16 million. But according to ESPN, about a dozen teams have extended some sort of offer to J.J. Watt, most notably the Browns, Steelers, Titans, and Bills. So that'll be interesting to see how that pans out as well. So we've got a couple of big names kind of floating out there that we're going to kind of keep a close eye on as far as that goes. A little bit closer to home, ECU has announced that their pro day will be held on March 30th.
Okay.
So we'll keep an eye on that.
Hopefully, we'll be able to attend. That's one of my favorite things to go out and check
that's
out.
what I'm kind of hoping for. Is with some of these restrictions kind of being eased off a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we can start to see some people showing up at those various events. But as of right now, that's all I am seeing. It doesn't particularly help that at the moment my Twitter's not working. So, because that really helps with
Shirley's
a lot of
been
my
cut
information.
off, from the rest of the world.
I know. I feel so out of touch right now. I have a really bad case of FOMO right now. So
well, here's one, and this is a good talking point. Matt Norlander from CBS earlier today tweeted out a thread on the NCAA tournament guidelines. So we were talking about this yesterday or earlier this week, Shirley.
Yeah.
When South Central High School had to back out of the state playoffs, and Rollsville, the team they were going to play, got the win, got to move on, survive and advance without even playing, got a forfeit win. So I brought up the question: what happens if a team is selected to the NCAA tournament and they can't play on that Friday or Saturday? Well, we have an answer on that. There will be replacement teams. The NCAA has announced their contingency plans. Once the bracket is finalized and released, teams will not be reseeded, nor will the bracket change. Efforts will be made to ensure a full field is in place before the start of the tournament. Once the tournament begins, there will be no replacement teams introduced into the field. But there will be, I guess, a 48-hour period after Selection Sunday where if a team has a COVID issue pop up and can't play, a replacement team will take their place. So it looks like, with the first four out type of thing, teams that are like top seeds in the NIT, basically those are going to be replacement teams. So if a team, let's say, for example, a team is a 10 seed or whatever, it turns out on Monday or Tuesday that they have COVID issues creep up and they can't participate, the replacement team will get their spot. All right, now you're the 10 seed. Go play. So this might not even come up, or we could see multiple replacement teams. I at least they're trying to play games rather than just give teams a forfeit win. However, no replacement teams will be introduced after the tournament begins, which means if a team plays a game, then has COVID issues, then I guess we get to the forfeit.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's probably what's going to happen.
I was going to ask, so what if it's game day, it's the first day of the tournament, and Oregon or whoever has COVID issues? And I guess it's like you said, that once the tournament begins, replacement teams are out the door. So, I guess it'll be a survive and advance without even playing, kind of like in the high school situation.
I guess so. And so that'll be interesting to follow that Monday and Tuesday after Selection Sunday. I'll be glued to the college basketball writers to see if any teams have to drop out. And then, man, I wonder if they are going to announce the replacement teams like on that Sunday night. Like, okay, if one team drops, this is the team that gets to go in. If two teams drops, and so on and so forth. Because
think about how excited the teams and the players and coaches of a replacement team would be when they see their name get popped up on the screen. Like, oh, okay, and it's crazy because then it's like, all right, they're kind of sitting there waiting to see, all right, who's going to fall first? What domino is going to fall first?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird way to think about, like,
and you
I hope they get COVID.
And you hope that nobody does, but
yeah.
So I guess it builds suspense and curiosity within a program when they're named a replacement team, and have a potential to make the NCAA tournament.
Well,
what a weird year.
Here's one for you, Chandler. I didn't want to use teams, for example, because if it happens, like, I would have given them the kiss of death. But you already said Oregon, so I'll say a team. All right, so Gonzaga on Monday after Selection Sunday has 7 COVID cases pop up, and they can't play. Well, now they're a 1 seed. So does that mean that like Clemson is now a 1 seed because they're a replacement team? Because there's not going to be reseeded, so they would be a 1 seed in that example.
Yeah, that's right.
So, or what if like the replacement team takes over a 15 seed and a 2 seed has to play a good team in round 1?
Oh, yeah.
We're really getting into the weeds now, baby. I like this. This could be a lot of fun if teams drop out.
I'm just afraid that there's going to be, because every year in the NCAA tournament, there's always a matchup each week in that tournament that I really love, and I'm afraid that there's going to be a matchup that I really like, and then, somebody gets booted because of COVID, and then the replacement team comes in, and it's like a blowout or something. So I just love the great matchups that the NCAA tournament brings, and I just hope that doesn't get kind of interrupted with COVID, but we'll see.
Yeah.
You have to expect that something bad's going to happen.
In fact, if you had to bet, will a replacement team have to be used? Would you say yes or no?
Oh, absolutely.
I'd say yes too, but like, I don't know, man. Are these teams actually going to be on the up and up with their tests and reporting it and everything?
So if a replacement team is announced, so that team's going to have to practice, not knowing if they're going to be able to play or not.
Well, I think there's still an NIT. And what they're saying is...
That's right, because you said the first 4 out and then like the top NIT team.
The top seeds in the NIT would probably... Yeah. So they'd probably be preparing anyway.
Right.
Now the question is, do you have replacement NIT teams? Where does ECU fall on this pecking order? How many teams have to drop out before...
Didn't you tweet about it earlier?
Yeah, I put it around 80 or so. Is that too high? Too low?
Oh, man.
Just right?
Do you have to have a certain resume? Because the Pirates have not played in like a month.
Hey, but we have a good win over Houston.
Oh.
And a few bad losses thrown
Now,
in there
are you going to have an NIT and a CIT?
There is no CIT.
No CIT.
No CIT.
I did see that.
Okay.
So
do they still NIT is still on the table?
I believe so. Do they still have a CBI? Is that still a thing?
I was thinking,
College
that
Basketball
was the
Insider.
Invitational.
It is still a thing. The most recent champion is South Florida, by the way. They won it 2 seasons ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Congrats.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we know there's no CIT, but are we getting a CBI? I guess that is still in question. So there you go. Interesting stuff. We'll talk about that more later on in the program. We will talk to Corey Gloor coming up next on the show. He is the play-by-play voice for ECU baseball. He will talk about the Pirates' first road series of the year and recap a great start to the season for the Pirates, 4-0, as they head down to Georgia. Take a time out, come back. Corey Gloor joins us after this.
In a world of fake profiles, fake tans, and fake flavors, naturally flavored Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer strives for realness. It's USDA certified organic, with no sugar or carbs, and only 80 calories. So the only thing touching your taste buds is organic, refreshing, and delicious. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, as real as it tastes. Enjoy responsibly, not a low-calorie food. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, IRC Beer, St. Louis, Missouri 60118.
They say nothing in life is free. Well, we're here to tell you they're wrong. Because when you switch to US Cellular, you can get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free with no hidden requirements. That's right, the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G has launched and you can get it for free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular. Terms and conditions apply. See store or uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
In studio today with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Dr. Jones, you guys can help people with any aches or pains.
Yep, we sure can. As it's getting warmer, we know more people are outside, wanting to be more active, and we know spring sports are in play as well. And so if you've got a knee or ankle injury, whether it's just a strain or a sprain, we've got specialists there to treat the weekend warrior and the athlete. For more information, visit us online at kptonline.com or call us at 364-2806.
Oh, great. It's 30 degrees in here.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime.
Mom!
I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
phone?
I think your socks are on fire.
Delcor responds to heating emergencies 24 hours a day. Go to delcorinc.com or call 252-321-8868. Get a new train system with special financing for 60 months, subject to credit approval. It's hard to stop a train. Offer expires 3/31/21.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, this is Miles Minges. And this is Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. We are proud to announce that Pepsi is once again the official soft drink of the ECU Pirates. That's right, Miles. Our family's purple and gold roots run deep. From founding members of the Pirate Club, alumni, and even a team physician, our support over the last 60 years has never wavered. We are Pirates. We're excited to be back at ECU and are honored to serve our great customers throughout Eastern North Carolina. Not only is this the birthplace of Pepsi-Cola, this is our home. Cheers, Pirate Nation. I like the sound of that. Support local, drink local, stay safe, and drink Pepsi.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Sam Jones, and we're open and here to serve you with some of the best whole hog barbecue, chicken, turkey, ribs, and homemade sides every day for lunch and dinner. There are 3 easy ways to enjoy Sam Jones barbecue. Swing by our drive-thru window or try one of our 2 curbside takeout options by calling in your order at 689-6997 or ordering online at samjonesbbq.com. We love Eastern North Carolina, and we invite you to come by and enjoy some great tasting Sam Jones barbecue today.
Been pulled over for speeding and written a ticket? Then you need to call O'Neill's Speedometer Service in Greenville. O'Neill's can calibrate all vehicles for speeding tickets. All-wheel drives, no problem. 18-wheelers, no problem. Motorcycles, no problem. O'Neill's can also repair instrument gauges that have stopped working. Whether you drive a Ford or GMC, Greenville's trusted speedometer shop for over 30 years is O'Neill's. Call today for repairs or calibration work at 756-5050. O'Neill's Speedometer Service. Go Pirates.
Over 32 years ago, the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina opened its doors as a place to help families stay together and close to the care they need when they have a sick child. With the addition of a second Ronald McDonald House inside the Maynard Children's Hospital, our need to serve is greater than ever as the medical community flourishes. Help us expand our mission of keeping families close as we grow to meet that need. You can show your support by making a donation to the Ronald McDonald House. Visit our website today at rmhenc.org for more information. Thank you for your support.
Pirate Radio.
All of our last names are ECU.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. You can follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in and to go. And speaking of Chico's, Clip, we're going to do a 2 for Thursday today.
All right.
We're going to give away some Hungry Pirates courtesy of Chico's. 4 o'clock. In the 4 o'clock hour, we'll give one away, and one away in the 5 o'clock hour.
Chandler, will you stop?
Why are you so shocked?
I'm happy.
Oh.
Because you know why? That's 2 chances that Chad Moore gets to win today.
Chad is down to his final 2 shows in February.
He's struggling.
So, Shirley, you weren't here, and I heard that ad being read, and I said, that sounds good. And our producer, Wes Hines, said, thank you. I said, Wes, I'm talking about the food, not you reading. Speaking of which, happy birthday, Wes Hines.
Happy birthday, Wes Hines.
And also another special birthday, right, Shirley?
Yeah, my mom.
Your mama?
My mama.
Is your mom Ric Flair?
No.
Okay. So that's his birthday.
She turned 80 years old today.
Wow.
So
that is a big one.
That's a pretty big one.
To Shirley's mom. All right, let's head out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to the play-by-play voice for ECU baseball. He is Corey Gloor on the road joining us today. Corey, how you doing, man?
Clip, I am sensational. How are you?
Not that good, but doing pretty good. Not quite sensational. Corey, I tell you what, the Pirates have looked sensational through 4 games this season. And I don't know where to begin with this team. I guess coming off the Duke win, it was not like Cliff Godwin drew it up with Carter Spivey having to exit early. But you talked about it during the game and post-game with Coach Godwin, the job that Cam Colmore and C.J. Mayhew did was amazing on Tuesday, earlier this week.
It would have been understandable to use probably, once Spivey leaves in the second, probably 5 pitchers to get through that and for it to become a standard game. But heading into this year, we knew that there was a slight possibility that a guy like Colmore or even a guy like Mayhew could be a starting position if the time called for it. That's almost what that turned into, certainly for Colmore. And then with how impactful Mayhew was, he really forced the hand of Coach Godwin on leaving him out there. And again, that wasn't the design. He was likely going to go to 1 or 2 others to finish out the game, but Mayhew was in such control that, this early in the year, making the call to let him ride is a pretty bold one to make. Usually, we saw over the weekend against Rhode Island, we'll see a lot of pitchers in the fold. It was more of a field game, and this team felt that in order to hang on to that lead and to get the win, riding Mayhew was the way to do it.
Corey Gloor joining us. Corey, you said you're somewhere around Fayetteville, right?
Yeah, I just got south of Fayetteville.
Okay. Well, now you sound a little clearer. You were sounding like a distorted robot there for a moment, but I think you might be good now. Yeah.
I blame Fayetteville.
Thanks, Fayetteville. Corey, how about let's stick with the pitching. This is not a slight on the very talented Gavin Williams, but there were times throughout the 4 games where I'll just say I didn't think about Gavin Williams because of the job that we knew Tyler Smith and Jake Kuchmaner, but we got our first look at Carson Wisenhunt in 2021. 10 strikeouts. He's got a very bright future on the mound. And then we talked about the pitching performance on Tuesday from those guys, and we wanted to see more of Carter Spivey, and hopefully we will soon. But I guess my point is, Corey, that the Pirates through 1 week have not missed Big Gavin, and I guess there could be some good news on that front. Cliff Godwin was asked after the game on Tuesday, is Gavin going to pitch this weekend? And he said, as of right now, that's the plan. So he could be seeing the big fella sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it appears that way, and the reason why you didn't really think about Gavin over the opening weekend is exactly why this team was okay with holding him out to start the year, because they said that if they wanted to, Gavin could have probably gone an inning or 2 against Rhode Island, but they didn't feel the need to push him into any sort of situation like that because of him, and because they feel that they have more than enough to overcome that. And that showed against the Rams and even on Tuesday night against Duke. It certainly appears as though that unless something has happened in the last 2 days and maybe tomorrow that we'll see Gavin at some point this weekend in Statesboro, it won't be in a starting capacity, but it seems very likely he'll be available now this weekend. And once that happens, then really all bets are off as to what this pitching staff can do, because if he's around, then you're going to be hard-pressed to find a much better staff, certainly in the American, than what East Carolina is going to bring.
No doubt. Talking to Corey Gloor, play-by-play voice, who is on the road heading to Georgia, Statesboro, Georgia, for ECU's first road series of the season against Georgia Southern. We'll talk about that one coming up in a moment. Looking at the sticks, Corey, Connor Norby has had 16 at-bats this year. He has 8 hits, kind of picking up from where he left off last year. I know you and Coach O talked quite a bit about his start to the season this year, which looks like basically a continuation from 2020, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think you're not out of the realm of possibility when saying that he's the best hitter on his team. And that's saying something with some of the starts that we've seen this year. It just seems like there isn't really a pitch. There isn't really a situation that phases him when he's at the plate. I think about the Saturday game against the Rams when he drove in 4 runs, and they were all with 2 outs, and the bases clearing double in that game was with 2 strikes and 2 outs. And so you can throw him in any spot, whether in the lineup, in the game, early, middle, late, at any part of that inning, and he's going to hit the ball hard. He's going to make contact more often than not. And, you're seeing the dividends of that. Now he's going to every part of the field, too. He had an opposite field hit Tuesday night against Duke. He's just, there's nothing that really gets to this guy in terms of what a pitcher might try and throw at him.
Corey, ECU is still going to bunt. They're going to steal bases, as we saw quite a bit over the weekend against Rhode Island. They're going to go station to station and play the small ball. Are you surprised at all? Maybe that's not the word, but 5 out of the 6 runs on Tuesday came via the home run. Seth Cadell's solo shot, Josh Moylan hit his first career home run, and then you had the Francisco 3-run bomb. I don't know. It's a little atypical of how ECU goes about winning baseball games, but maybe that'll be part of the formula in 2021. What'd you make of that, using the home run to provide all the offense on Tuesday?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see that time in and time out because this team is so well equipped to just cause havoc on the bases. But I think what Tuesday showed is that there are guys in this lineup that maybe aren't being looked at for power as much as in teams past. And Cadell with 2 home runs on the year. We know Moylan has the power coming in for his first year. And then to get it from Francisco as well. This team has pop in the lineup. It's just not the first quality you think of. So I think the key thing that stood out to me for Tuesday's offense was that the game-clinching home run was set up by hit-run, small ball before that. And that even after a strikeout, it didn't phase the team to build on there. So they're still going to default to hit-run and bunting guys over, squeeze plays. They will still go to that more often than not, but it is good to know that, kind of at the middle or heart or even the bottom of this order, there are guys capable of hitting one out, and sometimes they're going to stack up like they did Tuesday.
Corey Gloor joining us. Corey, when I talked to Igoe, Ronnie Woodward, going into this season, I asked who was the maybe toughest test non-conference for ECU, and Igoe pointed out Illinois State. Ronnie talked about St. John's. We've seen the Johnnies come in here, and they tend to have a lot of pop each and every year. Coach O, your broadcast partner there, said don't overlook Georgia Southern. He talked about how well they played, I guess, after they played the Pirates last season, and he said to keep an eye on them. They're a pretty good team. Corey, as you make the drive down there, and we'll be on the call tomorrow, what do you know about this team ECU will be facing this weekend?
I think that they're a 1-3 start, and that's initially not going to look appealing to people, but they should have won 2 of those games against Tennessee over the weekend to open up the year. They clobbered Charleston yesterday. They have a couple of guys in the lineup that the Pirates saw last year in the meeting in Greenville that are out to really good starts this year. Mason McWhorter is really the center of this lineup, but the pitching that they're going to see, they saw a good amount of this last year, but it really took a step up after that series in Greenville. They beat Georgia 3 times last year, and they were ranked in the top 5 every meeting. I mean, they went on a tear after that series in Greenville, and guys like Jordan Jackson, who's going to get the start tomorrow night, he actually did a really good job keeping ECU off balance last year. It was the Pirates getting a great pitching outing from Alec Burleson that got them that win. And Alec had a great series that year. They're not going to have him this time around. So you're not going to see much different from Georgia Southern offensively. 2 of the 3 in the weekend rotation you saw last year and had some struggles against. So the team that you were able to nearly beat twice of the 3 games a season ago and then really hit a gear once leaving Greenville, that's the team intact this year. So plus you're going to have probably about 750, 800 fans or so in the ballpark this weekend. So it's going to be your first environment you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
This is a bigger test than I think people truly understand of heading in.
Corey, I've heard the joy in your voice as you call these baseball games, and it sounds like you were going to break down a couple times and shed a tear or two about how nice it was to be back at the ballpark, and I share your sentiments there. And speaking of fans going to be there at Georgia, we're going to see more fans at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and I know it was fun for you to be up in the booth calling games, and once you get a little atmosphere in the ballpark, it's only going to add to that, right?
Oh, for sure, and it was good to see that announcement yesterday, and I know the school is working on a plan to get, I would imagine, I think the max will be 1,500 in the Clark LeClaire, and they're working on a plan to make sure that it's done right and done safely. Maybe as soon as Wednesday when Old Dominion's in town. But, I mean, Clark LeClaire is at its best when that place has people in it being rowdy and being loud. Tuesday was a little bit of a taste of that because there was some noise being made in that park. There were a few people hanging out in the jungle Tuesday night. And so now to know that that we're likely going to see a real crowd in there, hopefully as soon as Wednesday, and that's just going to add to what this ballpark does and get behind this team with a ton of home games coming up. So, we told people to be patient heading into the year when the announcement was made that, it was only family to start, that be patient because reassessing is going to happen as we go, and it's happening now. So now we're going to get some folks in there, and that's great to see.
Corey Gloor joining us. Corey, before we let you go, we have to get to our reoccurring segment where I ask you who will be the starting quarterback for the Bears in September. We did this a couple weeks ago. You said Carson Wentz, and like 10 hours later, he was traded to the Colts. So, Corey, we'll ask you again, and this time whoever you say will be traded to a different team. Who will be the Bears starting quarterback in September?
Russell Wilson.
All right, good. I hope he goes to Washington. But there's a little chatter. Is there enough chatter out there, Wilson to Chicago, to get you excited, Corey, or do you think it won't amount to anything?
Let me just make this clear here, Cliff Rock. There is never enough chatter in Chicago to make me excited about Bears football.
That was a dumb question. That's on me. That's a bad question by the interviewer. I'm sorry.
There are no bad questions, only bad interviewers.
Well, there's that too. Corey, always enjoy it. Have a great call this weekend, and we will talk to you again soon, man.
Thank you, Cliff. Would you like anything from Lumberton before I pass through?
See if there's any like Ruffin McNeil memorabilia there. You can pick me up.
Will do.
All right, see you, buddy. There's Corey Gloor joining us on the Fixed NC Live Line. Pirates getting set to take on Georgia Southern. We'll talk some more ECU baseball with Stephen Igoe coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. That was pretty funny when we had Corey on, who is a Bears fan, and he reluctantly, because I don't think he wanted to jinx anything, and he did. I said, who will be the starting quarterback? Carson Wentz. And then, boom, literally right after that, he's traded to a different team. So now we'll keep an eye on Russell Wilson. We'll see what happens with him, as that is Corey's next projection to start in Chicago. We'll take a timeout, come back when we return. We got a good night of hoops coming up tonight, folks, including a top 10 matchup. A lot of Pac-12, a lot of Mountain West, West Coast Conference, and the start of Mini Madness Conference Tournament as well, getting underway in the Horizon League. We'll talk about all that and more with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, when we return on Pirate Radio Live. We're back after this.
Tired of cooking at home? Change it up without getting up. Just order Jersey Mike's through our app for no contact delivery or no contact at the door pickup. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. You don't need a big meeting. You don't need a birthday. You don't need any excuse at all. You just need to love subs. Times 12. Order the Jersey Mike's catering box today. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Whether you're flying for business or for pleasure, enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport to get you where you're going and then home again safely. For your next trip, remember, American Airlines is back at PGV. Book today at aa.com. Pitt Greenville Airport, where the Pirates fly.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a Cadillac XT6. Take $6,000 off and 1.9% for 72 months. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty for all make and models.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Are you trying to reduce clutter? Want to save a tree? Greenville Utilities can help. E-bill is a simple solution. Imagine getting an email letting you know your bill is ready. And with a few clicks on your computer or smartphone, you can review and pay your bill. It's just that easy. Signing up is simple. All you need to do is to log onto your account at guc.com and update your contact information and e-bill setting. You can even continue to receive a paper bill if you'd like. E-bill from Greenville Utilities. Just one of the ways GUC is here for you.
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street. And have you heard? Pirates Cove on Fire Tower Road is now offering interior cleaning.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
This is Dr. Chris Hasty with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. For more than 35 years, we've been taking care of the student athletes at East Carolina University. We are happy to have received the designation of official team physicians from the university. Whether you need assistance with a sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, my colleagues and I are here to help. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Got big dreams for your small business? You're not alone. The Gavigan Agency Insurance Services is a growing business too. That's why they work with Nationwide, the #1 small total business insurer in the U.S. Nationwide can help protect and grow your business so you can focus on making your small business dreams come true. Give the Gavigan Agency Insurance Services a call today at 252-756-1400. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, Offense Coordinator for ECU Football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back for the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner. Be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the close to 50,000 followers today at PR927FM. And Clip, we were talking about having fans in the stands, and we just got this notification just a little while ago. We'll have all of this audio for you coming up on tomorrow's edition of the show. But ECU Athletics Director John Gilbert will be conducting an in-person, socially distanced press conference tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock at Harvey Hall. So we will have... he will be addressing the department's ticketing process for current spring sports and the upcoming football season. So that information that you need for as far as baseball and potentially softball, of course, they're at home this weekend. So we'll have all of that information for you coming up tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, so that is at 2 o'clock, you said?
2 o'clock, yes.
So Pirate Radio will be represented there, and as Shirley said, we'll have the info, audio, and everything for you coming up 3 o'clock on Pirate Radio Live on Friday. All right, gang, we are 1 week away from ECU basketball returning to the court.
Woohoo!
Maybe.
Oh.
Possibly. They are scheduled.
Well, that was a letdown, wasn't it?
Look, I haven't taken the test today. I don't know what the numbers say. That's their next scheduled game, right? So hopefully they'll be back on the court to face UCF.
The last time we were counting down to an ECU basketball game, it was suspended, the Wichita State game. So
yeah, it's a good thing we don't have the countdown to tip-off thing on PR927fm.com.
Because that thing would get, thing would be like
it'd be broke. It'd be broke by now.
It would definitely be broke.
It would be like one of those things that says it's been X number of days since our last accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be kind of like one.
A lot of accidents, but they are scheduled to play. And by the way, that is a 9:00 tip-off if they do play in Minges Coliseum.
Oh, my.
Weird start time on ESPNU, I believe. All right, let's talk some college hoops and NBA right now with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, who joins us on the Fixed NC live line. Some good games going on tonight. We'll break them all down right now. Big man, how you doing?
I'm great, Clip. How are you?
Hey, doing good. We got a good card tonight, some good games that we'll go over. Also, coming off a pretty good night, my Bonnies, St. Bonaventure, picking up the outright win on the road at Davidson. And how about my Charlotte Hornets, Jeff? We continue to talk about them when you join us. Nice road win last night against the Phoenix Suns. So a lot of good basketball. I was on the right side of a few games and looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, I didn't know they were your Bonnie.
I've adopted them. So I did like a couple years ago, Jeff, probably before we talked. It was the year Xavier was a 1 seed. I said that I was going to just adopt a random team at the beginning of the year. Xavier's not that random. They're good. They were a good program with Chris Mack, but I won a couple games with them early in the season. I was like, all right, I'm going to follow this team all year. And that was the year that they were a 1 seed. It was really fun. This year, early in the year, I went with the Bonnies, and it's been a pretty good call. I think they're right there on hopefully the right side of the bubble to get in the tournament right now.
Yeah, I've always liked Mark Schmidt. I like that team a lot with Ocean and Kyle Lofton. Very good team. A good team to root for. Definitely go and get a good history as well.
Jeff, let's talk about tonight because again, I say this usually. I guess historically Thursday night, kind of a quiet night for college basketball, but you've got some good matchups. You've got some conference tournament action beginning tonight, which I know you've broken down with the Horizon League. So let's start there, Jeff. A little mini madness going on. Who's your pick to come out of the Horizon League and make the NCAA tournament?
I think Wright State is the sure bet here. Wright State is a much better team than everyone in this conference. I think a lot of people have this notion that the Horizon League is a league that there's always a different winner. But, I mean, Northern Kentucky's won this league 3 out of the last 4 years, and the only game they didn't win, Wright State got the job done. Wright State is the best team on both sides of the ball in this conference. They're a good defensive team. They're a really tough team to stop offensively. They go through the post really more than anyone in the country. And I think, when I look at every other team in this conference, I just think there's a deficiency on one side of the ball for all of them. And is there a team maybe like Detroit that could maybe be a decent price? Probably. But at the end of the day, they faced Wright State twice, lost by double digits. They gave up 85 points or more in both games. So I think when the rubber meets the road, I think Wright State has been the best team in this conference. I think they'll continue to be. And they've actually welcomed, Clip, a really nice little break here until February 2nd. They hadn't really had a break. They had played, I think, 23 games this season, so no shutdowns for Wright State. I think that's going to do them well here. They're not going to really face anyone tough, I think, still in the semifinal. And I feel like at minus 200, I think it's a good play. I would put it a little higher, frankly. So I'm good with taking Wright State here to win the conference.
Jeff, there's something you brought up that you have not had to worry about talking about conference tournaments in years past, and that's kind of the rest versus rust debate. So when you look at the conference tournaments this year, is that something you're going to have to factor in as far as, all right, how long has this team been off? How many games have they played? And factor that into who you determine will be the winner?
Yeah, I think you definitely want to obviously keep abreast of all situations, but I'm going to approach it kind of similar to I normally would. You're going to get a little break generally with some of these conferences where, that'll be helpful. But, yeah, you want to obviously keep track of who's in and who's out and just kind of situational stuff. But I don't know if it'll be too important.
Jeff, I watched Iowa early on this season, fell in love with their offense. You were a little skeptical of them early on, and they went through that stretch where they lost 4 out of 5. Since then, they have won 4 in a row. Now they take on Michigan. I know how you feel about the Wolverines. We've talked about them a lot. How are you feeling about Iowa at this point in the season, and what do you think about that matchup tonight?
Yeah, it should be a great game. I'm willing to actually give Iowa a little respect. I think at this number, I don't hate taking Iowa. I think if you like them, run with them. They're always going to score points. I just don't know if when they have to get a stop, they're going to get a stop, and I don't ultimately trust them to do so. I think this game probably shakes out a lot like the Ohio State game for Michigan. I don't know if it'll be 92-87, but I think both offenses will have success. I think Michigan will probably win the game, and I think it'll be somewhat close. So I feel like if I can get this one up to 6, maybe I have some interest in Iowa. But I was hoping I'd get Michigan more at like 2.5 or 3. That's where I had more interest. But I don't know where Iowa get any stops. I don't think Garza can guard Dickinson. I don't really know who guards Wagner. I don't really think that this is a great matchup for Iowa. And you have to figure Michigan will be better defensively than they were the last couple of games, particularly the Ohio State game. So, gun to my head, I would probably take Iowa if I was getting 6 points, but I think Michigan will win.
Jeff, a lot of late night basketball tonight. A lot of games tipping off at 9. A lot of West Coast Conference games, Mountain West games, Pac-12 games tonight, and even a Big Ten, Northwestern Minnesota tipping off after 9 o'clock. So, how about West Coast or Pac-12? You involved in any of that action tonight?
No, not necessarily. I don't love much out on the left coast tonight. Couple of things I'll say. We talked about the conference tournament in the Horizon League. Detroit Mercy, I think they're in a pretty good spot tonight against Robert Morris. Detroit Mercy at home here. They've been on fire, having lost just twice since the new year. They beat up Robert Morris last week by double digits in both games. One came by 19, the other came by 15. Very good offensive team. Struggle to get stops, but I feel like Robert Morris, ever since they got the A.J. Brahman news that he was leaving the team, they haven't been the same group. I'm not sure that they're going to hang with Detroit Mercy. It seems like they've kind of almost given up on the season. They'll maybe give you a good effort for the first half, but I would expect Detroit Mercy to pull away and win pretty comfortably here, maybe 82, 69 or something. I think Detroit Mercy's worth a look. And look, Clip, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, how do you not bet Belmont? I mean, like, Belmont has been just buzzsawing every team in this conference. Generally, every game they win by double digits. They're playing an Eastern Kentucky team, Clip, that they have absolutely owned. In fact, if you go back and look at their past meeting, Belmont has not lost to Eastern Kentucky since 2017. 2016. In fact, they've won every game by double digits outside of one. They have completely owned this group, and I think Belmont just kind of continues their buzzsaw-like games. They have been a great bet, and I only really need them doing by 8 or more here.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take a shot.
Bruins 8-point favorites tonight, taking on Eastern Kentucky. Talking to the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. Jeff, I mentioned this earlier in the show. A new term. This could be much ado about nothing if everything goes as planned, or it could be a total goat rodeo, Shirley, as Joe Dooley says. There are apparently going to be replacement teams in the NCAA tournament. So Matt Norlander from CBS had a thread on his account about the guidelines for the NCAA tournament. Basically, there'll be a 48-hour window after Selection Sunday. If a team drops out, they will have a replacement team ready to go to replace that team that drops out. It'll be the last 4 teams that are not selected as large teams for the original field will be designated as replacement teams. This is pretty funky, Jeff. Again, we might not ever see this happen because everything will go as planned, but I found that interesting when it came out today.
Yeah, well, you look at it one of two ways. We continue to reward bubble teams for, I guess, being very average, but, it's actually kind of cool, I feel like. I mean, look, you obviously can't change with the tournament, so it gives you a little bit of a new lease on life, so I don't hate that. I mean, I don't mind it, especially with, the bubble is actually not terrible. You have like teams like Richmond and Bonnie's and different groups like that. So I don't I don't hate it. I think it's a different kind of wrinkle this year. Look, I really don't care what we do. I don't care that it's on different days. It doesn't matter to me. I just want the tournament.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
I'm
That's
with
all I
you.
care about. But it does add a cool wrinkle.
And it's much better than a team just advancing, like getting a bye, a forfeit. And like you said, I think you make a good point, Jeff, that once you get to the last four in, next four out discussion, they're all kind of similar teams anyway. It's not like somebody's getting screwed, if they have to leave the tournament. So
it would suck though, because if you don't get in, it's like, well, you're really just hoping that another team gets coronavirus.
that is a little strange to be hoping for that.
Yeah. But it's definitely a cool wrinkle this year.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, we talk college hoops. Let's talk a little NBA. Your Sixers at home against the Mavericks tonight. Mavs have been playing pretty well. Sixers are a 5-point favorite. The Nuggets, I'm looking at that one. They're 7.5-point favorites against the Wizards. Anything in the NBA tonight you got your eye on so far?
Yeah, I haven't glanced at the card. I've been kind of busy with just the college card and just looking at some Europa League and that sort of thing. But, the Sixers, Mavs is interesting. Obviously, anytime the Sixers at home, I have interest. The Mavs have been disappointing. We know they're poor defensively at times. And, I think that is an interesting kind of ploy here just because the Sixers have not been bulletproof defensively. They've been better lately, but I think a lot of it's had to do just with the teams they are playing and some of the competition. When they're kind of forced to turn it up and guard a good defense, a good offense, they struggle a little bit. They played 2 straight games against the Raptors. The Rockets are kind of messy, and the Bulls aren't great offensively. So when they've had to play teams like the Jazz or Portland or Phoenix or teams like that, the totals have had some value. So this number's been bet up. It was 227. It's been bet all the way up to 229 from 225. So obviously sharps kind of agree with me here. I feel like it's still at 229. I have a little interest. This game kind of screams maybe 122 to 115 or something.
Jeff, and speaking of your Sixers, there are some rumors, and I think that's all it is right now, about Kyle Lowry potentially landing in Philadelphia. You got your ear to the ground up there. Anything? Is there any fire with that smoke going on with Kyle Lowry?
Well, I think there's always going to be some interest. I mean, he's from Philadelphia. He grew up on Lehigh Avenue in North Philadelphia. He's a Philly kid. I think he would help this team significantly because the one thing you have that Kyle Lowry has that not a lot of other people do is with the Sixers a lot of the time have to kind of give away defense for offense. And when you get a J.J. Redick or a guy like that, you're giving up the defensive ability just for some buckets. Kyle Lowry not only gives you a high-level point guard that can create his own shot and does a little bit different than what Ben Simmons does, but he also gives you a really legit defender. I think you could re-sign Kyle Lowry. I think he would love to stay here. He's not a guy that I think's real worried about a tropical atmosphere or living in L.A. I think this is a perfect spot for him, and I think we would welcome him with open arms here. Kyle Lowry's a guy that you hate if he's not on your team, but if he's on your team, you love him. So, yeah,
wasn't he the guy taking charges in the All-Star game, Jeff? Wasn't he taking charges in the All-Star game? And
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He's gotten in fights with fans here on the sidelines and stuff. He's a tough dude, but I think with this team he would work well. And I think you could retain Ben Simmons still and put him somewhere else, give him kind of that wing ability. So, yeah, I would really be happy if they got Kyle Lowry. I would be very much in on that.
Well, Jeff, it's a great sports weekend. We actually got some high school football cranking up, some spring football. We'll have local D.H. Conley football coming up on Pirate Radio on Friday night. ECU baseball is on the road this weekend. You've got, of course, the NBA, college basketball, golf, NASCAR, NHL. I mean, man, everything's happening right now. I know your focus will be on basketball, so we'll follow you at Jeff Nadu, maybe a soccer pick or two over the weekend as well. And for folks that want more of your picks, Jeff, how do they find them?
Yeah, I'm doing some conference tournament stuff. I'm doing previews for every conference tournament as they're coming out. BMOCwins.com. I got to make a little money nowadays, Clip, so there is a little bit of a fee, but I do work pretty hard on them. You're going to get great breakdowns and hopefully winning picks with them. And yeah, just getting excited. Baseball becoming it's getting a little warmer here.
Yeah.
We'll take the 45 degrees and summer will be here soon, and baseball will be back. So a lot to look forward to. Hopefully this year, the rest of the year, is better than last year.
Got some good news in North Carolina yesterday, Jeff. They're going to ease up on the attendance restrictions a little bit, so people around here are excited. So that's a good thing. Hopefully that kind of spreads across everywhere, and we kind of move forward with this thing.
Yeah, we've heard that in Philly as well. I think we're moving towards getting some fans in the stands. I can think the Phillies at some point. I definitely will make my way down to the bank to watch some Phillies baseball. It'll be welcome, man. You're just kind of done with it at this point. You're ready for baseball and hot dogs and going to the boardwalk. And I'm actually going to Atlantic City for the NCAA tournament, so I'm excited about that. So
yeah,
it'll be good to be back. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Big man, we'll talk on Monday, recap the weekend, and, man, we'll be getting close to the madness, talking more conference tournaments and rivalry week and all that going on. So looking forward to catching up with you Monday, man.
Sounds good, Clip. Look forward to it.
BMOC, Jeff Nadu joining us on the Fixed NC live line. Good hoops night tonight, including the beginning of the Horizon League Conference Tournament. Kind of gets you in that mood for some March Madness. Let's take a time out. We will come back. We will talk all things ECU with Stephen Igoe. We've got football to talk about, hoops to talk about, of course, Pirate baseball on the road this weekend. We got fan attendance to talk about, a lot to get to with Stephen Igoe from Hoist the Colors when we return. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live on the way after these words.
You've worked hard to start your business and are working even harder to make it successful. That's when it's most important to have a community bank and a local banker in your corner. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust. Our team of local bankers care about you, our customer, and the communities in which we all live and serve together. As the business and economic conditions of 2020 threw you many curveballs, our team at Select Bank and Trust remains steadfast in being responsive to your ever-changing needs. In 2021, choose Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. The little school in Spokane could win it all. I'll have some thoughts next.
Hosting Pirate Radio Live from 3 to 6 every afternoon can get stressful. It's nice to relax sometimes, turn off the brain, and get some peace and quiet. Sure. Booty. Shirley, what are you doing?
Practicing.
Practicing for what?
For the show.
We open up the booty bag every day. Why do you need to practice?
Because when it comes to the booty, I expect absolute perfection.
Perfecting the booty. Okay, well, tune in to Pirate Radio Live, 3 to 6 every day. We'll open up the booty bag and make you a winner right here on Pirate Radio, the station for winners.
And the booty.
I get this question a lot. How has Gonzaga done it? A school with an enrollment of 7,500 in Spokane, Washington, a city of 210,000, 280 miles east of Seattle. It starts with a commitment. Gonzaga doesn't play football, so all of its resources go into basketball. You start with a loyal coach who wants to be there. Mark Few is in his 22nd season. He's the architect. He loves the program in the city and doesn't want to leave. Mike Roth is the athletics director. He's been there 21 years. Get the picture? Few and Roth work well together. They are a team. Gonzaga has benefited being in a league, the West Coast Conference, that it can win. Gonzaga has become a sexy place to play, and the international market has been very good to the Zags. The Zags have been to the championship game once, 2017, and lost to the Tar Heels. This year, they just might win it all. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
Your future is yours to create, and with the leadership development of Army ROTC, you're capable of taking command of it. Even in the midst of a pandemic, enrolling in Army ROTC prepares you to thrive as a full-time college student. Our specialized elective courses will equip you with the skills necessary to succeed in life, all while earning money for education. A strong future takes a strong force. Find out how to lead at goarmy.com/ECU. To learn more, contact Dale Anderson at 252-622-5346 or Anderson DAL at ecu.edu.
In studio today with Punch Out, also known as Todd Belk to his friends and family. Why F3?
I come to F3 because it's pretty much the best way to start your day. Get in with a group of guys that are working out. It's free. We really push each other, and it's a fellowship. We check on each other. We stay pretty active in the social networks, and it's just a good group. It ties you into the community. It's been a good experience so far.
One letter, one number, F3. Fitness, fellowship, and faith. All workouts are free of charge and open to all men. Leave no man behind, but leave no man where you find him. Learn more today at f3enc.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's Hot Dogs, 2 locations are open for business in Greenville and Chocowinity. Both locations have drive-through windows, so stop by today for hot dogs, pizzas, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity, featuring homemade cheese, ham, and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers Motorsports, and in Chocowinity, next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. Shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Welcome into Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Shirley mentioned it a moment ago. There will be a press conference coming up on Friday. John Gilbert will address the media regarding the ticketing process now that more fans will be allowed at sporting events at East Carolina. Baseball, softball, soccer, lacrosse, volleyball, everything in between. Hopefully that means basketball. There are 2 home basketball games left on the schedule, including one next Thursday against UCF. Stephen Igoe joined us. You all right over there?
Yeah. It's almost like somebody else was in my seat before I got here, because it's all tangled up. It's like a big buck came running through here or something.
Who?
A big buck, like a deer. Yeah,
a big buck sighting. Interesting. The homeless dressing blonde kid. We had the homeless dressing bald kid in here the other day.
Yeah, I heard that.
As Ronnie Woodward joined us, but
I rub off on many.
I'll just let that line slide. There's a lot going on. I don't know where to begin, so I'll let you begin.
How's your day going?
Oh, it's going great. How about the weather?
The weather is great.
How about it?
It's almost like a tease because it just comes and goes.
I'll tell you what, since we don't know where to begin, here's where we will begin. Our pal Josh Graham made Roy Williams angry last night.
That was one of the first things I woke up to this morning at like 6 a.m. and glorious.
Did it get your day started off right?
Yes, it did, actually. Honestly, picking on Josh is always fun.
Always fun. So after the North Carolina loss to Marquette, Josh Graham, our old buddy, had a question, and it was the last question Roy Williams would answer, because right after he answered it, he stormed off. Shirley, let's hear the Q&A.
What would you say to Carolina fans who are questioning whether or not it made sense to schedule this game considering the result?
Well, if I'd known we were going to lose, God Almighty, I wouldn't schedule the thing. Come on, we can't operate in damn hindsight. God Almighty. If you'd told me we were going to lose, hell yeah, we wouldn't have played the game. If you'd told me we were going to beat the Lakers, I'd have scheduled them. Carolina fans, they're not that dumb. If they are, I got no answers for them.
This is stupid. He made Roy Williams cuss 4 times.
That was incredible.
Oh, man. Old Joshy G. Tar Heels losing to Marquette.
If you're Josh, do you feel proud that you got the soundbite everybody's using?
Okay, not to get too into this, but he's loving it right
100%.
now.
I think so.
And we're talking about him. People are talking about him. He made himself the story. He's loving it. Absolutely.
But how many people have said what a terrible question, that guy should be banned from press conferences?
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
All attention's good attention.
Quate Smyer.
Wow. That was
Quate Smyer.
That, Chandler, you are
Josh Graham. Reincarnated.
His
Quate
impressions
Smyer.
have been incredible. What do you think Jim Rome would say about Josh Graham?
Josh. And let's get into this. You ask a question knowing you're going to get a response like that. Stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is Josh Graham we're talking about. The only thing he did was make himself look like an ass.
Thank you.
That was well done.
I love Chandler's Jim Rome. It's not perfect, but man, it hits the spot. And it always ends with ass. So that's good too. All right, now we can get to ECU Athletics. Stephen Igoe. Good news coming out yesterday regarding fan attendance. More fans in the stands at ECU sporting events. John Gilbert will address that coming up on Friday as far as ticketing goes. Stephen, your thoughts on I was laughing at some, I guess, troll account on our Facebook feed.
Somebody's looking for friends in the
that is really eerie.
Pirate Radio Facebook page.
Creepy.
What did you even ask now?
The fan attendance. Your thoughts on obviously you're for it and happy about it, but what do you think it means moving forward as far as fans go? I guess we'll get some answers from Gilbert tomorrow.
Yeah, they've probably been anticipating this for quite some time, I would think, and so I think they had some preliminary plans in place, but until you get the official word, then you start really going into action and you can start jumping through all the hoops you have to jump through. Sounds like they have a detailed plan to try and get as many fans in as possible for baseball, and I would assume at least some back for basketball as well, but I think baseball may be the bigger priority with many games remaining. I've heard that they are looking at selling some sort of season ticket package for the fans. The ones who were season ticket holders last year, I think, get first priority.
Yeah,
and they're reaching out to those people, and then I think they hope to have more answers by the start to end of the weekend. They don't really need to make a fast decision with baseball because the next home game isn't until next Wednesday. But it'll just be good to have. I mean, really, you think about 1,500 people out, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get all 1,500 in. It depends on how they use the jungle and the grandstands, but 1,500 people is probably your normal attendance for ODU ECU on a Wednesday in early March. So I mean, you can still have a pretty good home field advantage with 1,500 people at a baseball game.
I wasn't there the other day, but watched some of it, heard some of it, and you had the gang out there behind left field in the jungle, and you were there, Igoe, and of course there weren't a lot of people there, but even that created, I guess, a little bit of an atmosphere, right? I mean, just at least hearing one up, one down and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is it seemed more normal. I mean, still not completely normal by any means, but the fact that you had like a group of 8 people in left field jungle, which usually if it's a cold game, like an ODU game on a Wednesday, and it's 40 degrees, you usually have about 6 people in that left field jungle, but they're always there. So like seeing that group of people always there, or there again, they're always there, and doing the chants and everything, getting on the left fielder, it was just fun to see that back, and not the same as a packed house at Clark LeClaire, but definitely a step in the right direction. I think that's what we're all hoping for. We all know that it's not going to be a floodgates open all at once return. So I think just a positive step in the right direction. I mean, going from 100 people to 30% capacity is a big jump. And so we can only, cross our fingers and hope that it continues to move in this direction.
Yeah, it'd be nice for ECU, maybe get the concessions back open and try to get some more revenue in any possible way they can. Boy, the baseball team is worth watching. That is for sure. 4-0 now. And again, we kind of talked about it, Igoe. They own Duke.
Yes, 19 of 20 of the last games they've won.
And a great pitching performance the other night by 3 Pirate pitchers. Carter Spivey looked like he was going to be on his way to a solid performance, Igoe. Did he have 5 up, 5 down before the walks?
5 up, 5 down before
2 walks.
2 walks.
And then he was removed from the game. Did they officially say it was a blister? And then Cam Colmore comes in, C.J. Mayhew. I don't know if that's how Godwin drew it up going into that game, but, man, it worked. And Colmore and Mayhew were great.
Yeah, Cliff admitted that that's not how they drew it up. He said, clearly, with Carter, he was on probably a 70, 75 pitch count. And so for him to only get 5 outs really kind of throws the whole day and the whole plan out of whack. But I thought having Cam Colmore, everybody talks about C.J. Mayhew, and we'll get to him in a minute. He was phenomenal. But Colmore coming in, just basically sitting on the bench. Maybe he was in the bullpen, but he wasn't warm at all. Granted, you get as much time as possible to warm up when there's an injury. But at the same time, it's so much easier to go into the game when you're in the bullpen. You kind of get your mind right. Rather than, hey, guy goes down with an injury, oh, you're up, and you got to get out there and pitch, go through the scouting report, get everything on the same page. And, Cam being able to go those 3 innings really kind of bridged the gap to Mayhew. He was able to clearly close the game out. It was critical, I thought. But CJ, he was just rolling so good they weren't going to take him out. Cliff said the plan was to get him through the 7th and then turn it over to Bridges and Saylor and Ryder Giles, but he got better as the game went on, and he threw 4.1 innings, but he only threw 49 pitches, 38 of which were strikes.
About that pitch count. So if you can get through quick innings like that, you start to every half inning you're looking at him like, you got one more?
Yeah,
keep going, and that's what happened.
And Cliff had a great quote, which I don't know if y'all played it yet, but I asked him after the game, what are those conversations like between innings? He's like, CJ he runs by us so fast that we can't talk to him and take him out of the game, basically. And, it's such a weapon, and it's interesting on the Hoist the Colors message boards, there's been kind of a debate over, hey, do we make C.J. Mayhew a starter?
You go that long, you got to start to think about it anyway.
But then, you want a guy like that potentially multiple times per week. If you make him a starter, you only get to use him once. I almost think the way baseball is going, I would rather have my best arm like that in the bullpen, because I feel like he can come in at least twice a week, more times than not.
Yeah.
And he can get you out of multiple jams. And he just calms the game. Like when C.J. Mayhew comes in now, and it's extremely early in his career still, but like you kind of get this belief that the other team's just not going to score. Like this, you very rarely have that feeling. Maybe you would have it with him as a starter, but I almost feel like in the middle and late innings, that's even more valuable. Kind of like that Brad Mincy role. Ryan Williams. Those two guys, like they would come in any situation and just shut the door, and they would do it twice a week, and that's what made him so valuable.
I'm saying this tongue-in-cheek. I don't mean this 100%, but ECU has too many starting pitchers right now, Stephen.
Yeah, if Gavin Williams comes back healthy.
I mean, and I mentioned with Corey Gloor last hour, no offense to Gavin, I didn't even really think about him during these 4 games because the pitching was so good, and now I am thinking about him because Cliff Godwin said he could potentially return this week. Igoe, in your opinion or what if he does pitch this weekend, will it be out of the bullpen to start back?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, he's only going to throw 1 inning, it sounds like. Okay. And so I don't think you want to start him and only throw 1 inning unless they want to do the opener.
It could be an opener.
Yeah. I guess they could do it, but then who would you bump? Even though I guess you still bring in the guy right after him, but...
So the Spivey thing, that's not, I mean, obviously it's not long-term, but do they think he can pitch like this week or next week?
Probably.
Next midweek?
So I asked Cliff after the game, and he said, it's something that's been bothering him, but he said it looked like it wasn't that serious on the mound, but they just wanted to take him out because he couldn't throw a strike. Like even when he was warming up, trying to stay in the game, everything was selling. So, I mean, usually a blister is like a 1 to 2 week deal if you get it. If you just shut him down and let him get healthy. But maybe it's something with the way he's gripping the baseball that's causing the friction. Not to get too much into that, but I think it's...
You're not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor, Cliff.
And neither is Ronnie.
And Ronnie's not a doctor. Cliff is not a doctor as well. But I don't know. I think it's a short-term thing. Either way, I thought he threw not to go too much off the beaten path here, but I thought he looked really good in the first 1 2/3. I mean, he was throwing 91 and 92. Last year, or previous years, he was more in the 88, 89 range. He kind of added this pause. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah, I did.
He had this big pause in his delivery. And in the past, he's been more 3/4 sidearm. He was more over the top. Still a little 3/4 probably. But he was attacking hitters. His slider, breaking ball, slur, whatever they call it, looked good. His changeup looked good. So I thought Carter Spivey noticeably looked better in terms of his stuff. So I can definitely see where they're coming from with, hey, this guy pitched really good in the preseason. Now, to your original question,
I can't remember.
Does ECU have too many starting pitchers?
No, that was. I'm not being serious with that.
Yeah, but who do you bump if Gavin Williams?
That is
back?
a great question. I can't bump anybody right now.
And I guess, really, by the time Gavin gets back to full health, won't you pretty much be in 4-game weekends?
Yeah, that is a good point. You're going to need him, and
by the time he gets back to 100 pitches,
honestly, if I had to bump one of the weekend starters, I would probably bump Tyler Smith and make him a Ryan Williams, Brad Mincy, CJ Mayhew guy. I think he would. That would fit him perfect. If you need him to go in and throw 5 innings of relief, obviously he can do it.
Yeah.
That's, but right now, I would have a hard time taking any of those guys out of a weekend spot.
100%. I think Smith makes a lot of sense if they end up having to go that route because we've seen it, we've talked about it. He goes 3 to 4 really stellar innings, which would obviously play really well. The bullpen, he's done it before. I think it was that UNC game at home a couple years ago. He pitched the final 3 or 4 innings and shut the door on them. So for sure, I think he's got the capability of doing all sorts of stuff. And I think Cooch has to 100% stay in. Wisenhunt is the wild card. If he goes out there and he pitches like he did this past weekend, he's got number 1 potential. Now we'll see if he can do it over the course of a full season. But you can never have too much starting pitching. At some point, one of these guys will, knock on wood, go down for a week or so, like Spivey did, and you got to have depth.
No doubt. Stephen Igoe joining us. Igoe, let's talk about the offense for a moment. Thomas Francisco is making me look at least half smart because I liked him to be the potential Triple Crown winner for ECU this year. I think he's got a shot at it, but we've seen him slap a few to the left side, and we saw him hit the line drive home run the other day that really sealed the deal, and he has been awesome. Connor Norby's hitting 500. Yeah, Josh Moylan's first career home run, a smash.
Absolute tank.
Cadell showing off a little power with a couple of dingers already. So a lot of heroes in the lineup right now. What, if anything, has stood out to you for the Pirates offense?
I think just the fact they're scoring, plenty of runs despite not clicking on all cylinders yet. I think we've yet to see Agnos and Giles and some of the other guys really get going, which I think they will. Jake, I thought, said it well the other day. I think Zach is, for whatever reason, maybe at times putting a little too much pressure on himself. Like when I've seen him hitting scrimmages, he looks, very good, very confident, very smooth. It is different when the lights come on, but I think, it's only a matter of time before he gets into a hot stretch. Giles continues to lay down a lot of sacrifices. The small ball, it's good to see Hoover executing in that situation. Worrell's yet to really get going. Now he is just missing. Like he's just missed 5 home runs already. Even when he flies out, it's different than when somebody else flies out. Like his flyouts are a mile high because he's got so much power. So when he starts straightening the baseball out, it's going to start flying out of the park in bunches. So I'm not too worried about Bryson. I actually think his contact skills, at times has been improved thus far. He struggled a little bit with strikeouts in the past, but he's putting the ball in play at a much higher rate. He just needs to start straightening it out. But the contact's been pretty good. He's just flat out to the warning track on a couple windy days. He's just gotten under the ball. So I think we've yet to see the best from the ECU offense, but I think it's coming.
You guys were talking about the offense. I don't know if y'all have mentioned his name, but Skylar Brooks also had a bomb to left field this past week.
A real bomb. Big bomb. In fact, I was going to ask you, Bryson Worrell or Skylar Brooks in a long drive baseball edition competition.
Long drive ball.
A long drive ball competition. You gotta hit it pretty far to beat Brooks's, but I think Worrell could do it if he squares up.
Worrell all day, and according to stat, what was it, TrackMan, whatever they have in the stadium, Moylan's home run was further.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
His was 425. Brooks was 415.
What you said made an appearance at ECU football workouts, right?
Which I feel like Brooks's was longer than 415 watching it, but I wasn't there, so I trust the technology.
All right. I think it's impressive too. Mentioned it with Corey, but ECU's going to win a lot by stealing bases and playing small ball. They showed the other night they could win with the home run. 5 of the 6 runs coming off a dinger on Tuesday.
Yeah, you got to be able to win in different ways if you're a good team, and we've seen them winning defense and pitching. Offense doing it different ways. I mean, the bullpen has been really stellar thus far. I feel like we still haven't even seen a few of the guys. Ryder Giles has yet to even pitch. You got a couple other guys that are righties that are second-year guys that have yet to pitch. So, still plenty of depth. Of course, your horses are going to be Bridges, Mayhew, Colmore, Saylor. I think A.J. Wilson could develop into that as the season goes on. But
it was great to get some guys not on that list in the games over the weekend against Rhode Island. There was several guys out there, Igoe, that I'll be honest, I had never heard of before.
Yeah, the Danny Bill was
one of those.
True freshman, looked good. Josh Groves, true freshman, who's got a chance in a couple years, especially.
I liked Tristan
Kimmel.
I like Kimmel.
He threw two sharp. He threw two sharp innings.
Yep.
Good fastball. Really good breaking ball.
All right, John, we'll get to your football question in a moment. Well, we can just address it right now. It's an easy one. When is the first day for spring football?
March 15th.
Okay, thank you, Stephen. Mike wants to know what... So you said it like several times in a demeaning nature. If it's just a Wednesday game against ODU... And Mike wants to know, what do you got against Wednesday games against ODU?
I don't have anything against Wednesday games against ODU. Next Wednesday, ECU plays ODU. That's why it's on my mind.
Okay.
It's the next home game, and it's going to be, like, if it was a regular season, there'd probably be 1,500 people there.
All right. I mean, just like a Wednesday game against ODU?
Just like a Wednesday game against ODU. Like, it's a basic, regular game
against ODU
on a Wednesday.
Let's take a time out. We'll come back. More to go with Steve and Igoe. Talk a little Pirate football, a little Pirate hoops, and maybe a little bit on the quarterback carousel talk as well. My team needs a quarterback. Igoe's, you could argue. Could stick with Locke. Could go a different direction. Chandler's team needs a quarterback. Shirley's team has a quarterback.
But for some reason, we're looking for a quarterback. I don't know what we're doing.
It seems like the Dolphins are in every discussion.
The Dolphins are in a discussion that for a trade that's probably not even going to happen, the Russell Wilson trade. So
the Dolphins are on the phone with everybody, including their quarterback, Tua. So
yeah,
kind of weird deal. All right, we'll talk about it all when we return after this.
Medicare is not one size fits all, but which plan is right for you? Hi, I'm Denise Walker, and I'm a licensed insurance agent here in North Carolina. Whether you are turning 65, new to Medicare, or already have a plan, I can help you compare your Medicare options. I can help you find a plan offering low to no monthly premiums, prescription drug coverage, and a wide range of additional benefits like dental, hearing, vision, and more. Call me today at 434-531-5674 to get a no-cost, no-obligation Medicare benefits review.
Villa Verde on 10th Street, Greenville's only Dominican restaurant, now features a brand new lunch menu, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Choose from your favorites like the Villa Verde Burger, the Veggie Burger, the Cuban Sandwich, the Dominican Club, the Villa Wrap, the Vegetable Sandwich, the Big Papi Steak Sandwich, or create your own bowl, all with your choice of side and a drink for under $10. If you're looking for a high-quality, healthy, and affordable lunch, Villa Verde is your place. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
They say nothing in life is free. Well, we're here to tell you they're wrong. Because when you switch to US Cellular, you can get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free with no hidden requirements. That's right, the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G has launched and you can get it for free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular. Terms and conditions apply. See store or uscellular.com for details.
Does the idea of going to your local U.S. Cellular store make you feel a bit uncomfortable? Tired of the hassle of waiting and wearing a mask? Let Toby Williams and its outside sales team take away that worry. They will come right to your home or office and drop your phone off on the porch or at the front desk for you. Saving you time and worry is what the team at Cellular Warehouse is all about. Call Toby today at 252-799-7051 and let them help you with all of your wireless needs. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. I am so excited to announce a brand new menu item now available at all Parker's locations. Come in for our delicious new boneless wings. Our wings are fresh, hand-cut, right there in the store. Never frozen, and our wings are big. Try them tossed in one of our signature sauces, sweet red barbecue sauce or barbecue honey mustard. Get a boneless wing bag for less than $5. That includes 6 boneless wings with hush puppies and corn sticks. Parker's Barbecue, a homemade tradition for over 50 years.
Find yourself working from home or at least spending more time there? Want some remodeling for your house or a fresh look? How about a new deck or screened-in porch to add livable space outside? Don't know who to call? Well, you do now. Call the professionals at R&R Remodeling. They've been serving the local community for 15 years. Ronnie and his crew can help you today. Call for a free quote, 252-286-4119, or visit R&R Remodeling on Facebook. R&R Remodeling, construction you can count on.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Did you know your small change can make a difference? The next time you visit McDonald's, please consider rounding up for the Ronald McDonald House. Your change adds up and can help many folks in Eastern North Carolina. Just $10 can provide a free night stay for families with sick children here in Eastern North Carolina and across the state. Just ask your cashier at checkout or choose to round up for RMHC when ordering through the McDonald's app. Thank you for visiting your local McDonald's owned by Dixon Foods and for your support of the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Domino's of Greenville has 3 locations to take care of you. Take advantage of the week-long carry-out deal of all 3 topping pizzas for only $7.99. Order online today at Domino's.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brown.
All right, talking some ECU hoops during the break. Igoe 1 week away from the Pirates returning to the court. You ready?
Isn't that the 9 p.m.
Excitement time! Excitement time, 9 o'clock.
Gosh. I think I'm going to let my intern cover that.
Wags? You'll be getting home at after midnight, maybe?
Yeah, that's brutal.
What percentage, Igoe, that game is played? I'm going to say 58.
I'm going to say 68.5%.
I'm going to say 72.
All right.
Wow.
Charlie?
I'm going to go 77.
Wow.
Sold.
It could be a total goat rodeo.
All right, we're playing ball. Maybe, hopefully, possibly. Next Thursday. You could ask me, please don't, how UCF's doing in basketball.
How was UCF doing in basketball?
Crap, I told you not to. No clue.
You said you could ask me, and I asked you.
And I also said, please don't.
Yeah, it was after you said you could ask me.
I have no clue.
UCF is doing very bad.
How anybody's doing in the American. Are they still playing? I got to be honest. I have not kept up with it at all.
Last I checked, they were 4-10.
Chandler, who's first place in the AAC right now? I mean, that's pretty easy, right?
Houston.
Wrong.
SMU.
Right now, you are being a total. How about this? May shock you.
Oh, Wichita?
Wichita State.
Wow.
Is in first place after knocking off Houston in a game I told you to watch out for the Shockers.
They have also played 4 less games.
Who needs Greg Marshall?
4 less conference games. How about that? 21 and 6. 4 less overall games as well. Good point. Who needs Greg Marshall? Not Wichita State. Are they on the right side of the bubble now for Lenardi?
Couldn't tell you. ECU hasn't played in a while, therefore Joe Lenardi probably hasn't been on TV in a while.
He only shows
up on those 5 p.m. ESPN2 tip-offs between ECU and SMU.
Good point. Let's see. I'll tell you who is in Igoe. And that is not loading. Oh, there it is. The St. Bonaventure Bonnies. An 11 seed. Let's see. Wichita State in as a 12.
They're not even on the first 4 out.
Nah, they are in.
Or the last 4 in, whatever the heck it is.
Now, he's got AQ by these teams, which means automatic qualifier, which means they win the tournament.
That's correct.
Thank you. He has that for Wichita State. So is he just taking first place teams maybe?
Probably so.
At the moment. So that might not be a great sign for Wichita State.
That doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, me neither. You would kind of predict Houston to win it. Houston, by the way, they play tonight?
They play, saw this the other day. They play, gosh.
I'll give you a hint. Their mascot is a big red blob.
Western Kentucky.
The Hilltoppers.
But I saw that Kelvin Sampson say they were playing a premier team, or they had scheduled a premier team. Is Western Kentucky considered?
Wow.
I mean, I know that
you are throwing daggers today.
They've had a lot of success, but I would not classify Western Kentucky as premier. I mean, you even just Googled West Kentucky.
You know what? I knew what they were. I was a shortcut.
Are they one of the top teams in the Conference USA?
They are 15-4 overall. And Chandler, that is a fantastic question, which Britton Bernowski does a great job.
No.
Is he still there?
I think he's gone.
Yeah.
If he is, that explains their continued irrelevancy.
Man, you are on fire today. You have taken down ODU. Who are they in conference?
They're in conference today. Maybe I just hate conference.
Western Kentucky and the conference as a whole, which I'm still blocked by them on Twitter, by the way. Chandler, they are. They are in first place of the East Division.
Right ahead of ODU.
So they are 15-4 overall, 8-2 in league play. Houston and Western Kentucky going at it tonight. All right, Stephen, you have a great thread on Hoist the Colors. It is VIP, so sign up. You got a deal going on right now?
We do. We got a very special deal going on. Not to steal your airways and just some advertising, but really 50% off Hoist the Colors subscription, and you get free access to CBS All Access, which is about to be Paramount Plus.
Now I have a question.
In a couple days.
If I have CBS All Access, will I just have Paramount?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like I have a subscription to CBS All Access.
Yeah, CBS All Access is becoming Paramount.
It's just changing.
So it's just going to roll right over.
All right, cool.
You don't have to change anything.
Okay. There's my question. And you answered my other question about Hoist the Colors and a deal going on. There is a thread up there right now where you go over the spots for basketball for next season, how many incoming guys there are, how many outgoing guys there needs to be, and you kind of speculate on who that might be. Not to get into all the details and names, but can you tell me off the top of your head how many guys are coming in, how many guys are definitely leaving due to being a senior, and how many spots have to be created?
Now I'm confused, but no, I mean that was the point of the
first question. How many guys are definitely leaving?
Well, we don't know, but because listen, here's the thing: they all have an extra year.
So that answer is 0.
So yeah, you could say theoretically nobody is definitely leaving.
Okay.
So you have 4 seniors. You've got Edra Luster, Tyree Jackson, JJ Miles, and Batumba Baruti.
But they can come back.
They can all come back, and they all would not count against the 13-man scholarship limit for next year. But Joe Dooley has already said he doesn't want 17 guys on scholarship. So you're probably only looking at 1 or 2 of those guys coming back, realistically. But that's where the math gets tricky, because you could technically have 4 of those guys return, and then you still have to clear out space on the 13-man scholarship limit to make room for the 5 incoming freshmen, which are there are 3 signed and then 2 that are committed.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 we know for sure are going to be here, 2 more probably, and then you
our guy Marlon Leston is committed.
Yeah,
aka Marion Lester.
Marlon Leston is committed,
and then a big one the last couple of days, right?
Jaquan Scott out of T-Lap Sports Academy in Florida, although he's originally from Texas. These new prep schools, man, they pop up out of nowhere. Like when I'm doing the recruiting stuff, we have to add like 5 new prep schools every semester to our system because they don't exist and they're just added. But
it's been like 6 or 7 years, maybe more. Jeff and Cy go over where these guys are from, and they had talked about that on the air for years, and now it's just out of control. But they're like,
yeah,
I've never heard of this school, Jeff. Like this one just popped up this month, you know.
I mean, you look, all right, so the last 2 commits, Leston and Scott. So Scott started at a I think, at Timberview High School in Texas. Then he went to Universal Academy for 2 years, and then he went to T-Lap Sports Academy.
What happened to D.H. Conley?
Leston went to a school in Vegas, and then he went to a school in New York, and now he's in Canada for his final year. So it's crazy.
Chandler, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Lakewood High School.
Shirley, where'd you go?
Farmville Central High School.
Stephen, we went to D.H. Conley.
We went to D.H. Conley, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't need no academy.
But we weren't playing sports, so...
I think I played freshman baseball.
I played sports.
Same.
We all played sports.
It's more of if you're a D1 basketball recruit, to get more exposure.
I know. Play against better competition, too, probably. So
like, which I appreciate a guy like Terquavion Smith from Farmville Central.
Yeah,
he committed early. He stayed there, and he's going to finish his career there. So I've
had a theory for a long time, and it's not the only reason. Hopefully, people are still tuned in. It's not the only reason we are out of control with the transfer portal and transfers and everything.
But these guys move around so much in their high school career. It's almost like they're just used to it.
Are you doing my take now?
Yeah.
AAU ball, moving around high schools, going to academies, going to Canada, going to Vegas. It's like, there's no loyalty. You don't have a team. You play with a bunch of new guys every year, and
that's what they're used to.
That's their norm.
Isn't that what Noah Farrakhan did throughout his high school career?
Yeah, he played. Yeah, he played at least at 3 different ones. I mean, he started at IMG, or he played at IMG Academy, and then he went to St. Patrick, or the Patrick School up in New Jersey. But he definitely moved around. I mean, really, you look at him, most of the top recruits just move around. Even Dayron Sharp, he was already committed, and he goes from South Central to, I can't even remember where he played his final year. But it's just that's just basketball these days, and
it cranks up into the college game.
AAU teams, they switch AAU teams every summer. Exactly. So I mean, it's a never-ending deal.
That is part of the reason we are where we are. So, did we hit everything we wanted to with basketball there? Did you ever answer the question? There's going to have to be some puzzle pieces.
Yeah, I mean, you can't sign all the guys that are projected to sign and bring all the seniors back. I mean, at that point, you would have like 19 people on scholarship or something crazy. So, I mean, they have to obviously trim some fat.
All right, I need to do that as well. I also need to make somebody a winner, Steven.
Yes, you do. You need to make somebody a winner.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250. It is 2 for Thursday. Shirley, what is our winner going to win?
Our winner gets a Hungry Pirate courtesy of Chico.
Great prize today. What caller are we looking for?
I'm going to go with caller number 8.
Caller 8, 317-1250. You could be a winner. We'll wrap up hour 2 with Stephen Igoe when we return after this.
In sports, if you think joy only happens after you win, think again. Look at the world's most successful athletes like Serena Williams, Brooks Koepka, and Alex Morgan. They don't spend all their days grinding away. They take time to enjoy themselves, like getting together with friends over a Michelob Ultra, because they know that happiness is the key to winning, and that joy is the whole game, not just the end game. Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The best place in Greenville to unwind and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's is open every day with great food and great drink specials. During the week, stop by for open mic, music on the patio, or sports trivia with me, Clip Rock. The weekends are made for sports and live music. Watch every game from NCAA hoops, NHL, NASCAR, plus live music every Friday and Saturday night. Plus, stay tuned. The countdown to St. Patrick's Day is on. AJ McMurphy's, Turnberry Square at Bell's Fork, and online at ajmcmurphys.com.
Introducing Tommy Club, the best car wash value anywhere. Starting at just $19.99 a month, you can wash your car as often as you like, and also take advantage of our express lanes exclusively for Tommy Club members. You can enjoy a gentle belt conveyor ride to a spot-free shine faster and as often as you like when you're a member of Tommy Club. Plus, our vacuums and mat washers are always free. We're Tommy's Express.
Tommy's Express Wash, now open on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road in Greenville.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Let us help you get back to business.
This is Donald Stocks
and Justin Judge of PIP of Eastern North Carolina.
We're ready to assist your business with branded PPE. Would you like face masks with your logo? We can do that. Plus custom social distancing signage.
Now is the time to ramp up your marketing efforts. Whether it's cutting edge, contactless, touchless marketing, or traditional direct mail, we can do it all.
We are PIP of Eastern North Carolina.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware Building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory ever. Brand new Adidas is arriving daily, along with Under Armour, Columbia, and Russell Athletic. UBE is loaded with cargo, and new items are being added daily to PirateWear.com. Be sure to check out our children's store, The Crow's Nest, for all of your young pirates. UBE and PirateWear.com, an ECU tradition for 50 years. Go Pirates!
This is assistant football coach Drew Dudzik, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. You can come and experience the difference at Tommy's, now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Does your car deserve it? Well, you can visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today, and today would be a perfect day to get your car washed. Also, congratulations to Sean Jenkins of Grimesland, picked up a Hungry Pirate courtesy of Chico's. And Chico's is announcing that they have new hours starting tomorrow, Sunday through Thursday. Dinner will be until 9 o'clock, and you can get appetizers until 9:30. Friday and Saturday, dinner will be until 10 o'clock, and you can get appetizers until 10:30. Sunday through Wednesday, they'll be serving alcohol until 10 o'clock, and Thursday through Saturday, they'll be serving alcohol till 11 o'clock. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right. Sorry, Shirley. Igoe and I are a little distracted by a topless man in the lobby right now. Got a little behind-the-scenes video shoot going on that people will enjoy.
Yeah, that's why I screwed up the Tommy's Express Car Wash. Sorry, because I was
very
like,
understandable.
whoa, wait, hold on.
It's a good thing we don't have a cam pointing in that direction. Who was our winner? I'm sorry.
Sean Jenkins.
All right, congratulations, Sean. We will have another winner coming up in Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live, as it is 2 for Thursday. We got Touchdown, Tony Collins, Troy D hanging out in Hour 3 of today's show, so stick around for more fun. All right, Stephen Igoe. We talked baseball. We talked hoops. Anything going on in the football world at ECU? We'll talk a little NFL, but ECU related. Anything going on?
They were out there working out the other day. They just, I think, maybe got cleared to do mat drills, which allows the coaches to do some on the field stuff, but they can't do it with a football, so they can go out there and do some stuff. But they were doing something in the afternoon out there. Not sure if it was just the guys working out on their own or what, but that was when Josh Moylan hit the home run that landed on the practice field with them.
I have a question. I didn't know Joe Horn had a kid playing in South Carolina.
ECU recruited him a little bit out of high school.
J.C. Horn. My question is, with high school football coming around, are we in a dead period with recruiting? Can coaches go to games? They're going to open it up to some more fans and
Coaches
people.
cannot go to games.
Will that change at all, do you think? Or is that going to be the same for the next 7 weeks with these high school games going on?
So through May 31st, it's dead all the way around. So
that kind of stinks, right?
I could go to a game and cover it, but a coach can't go to a game and watch. Unless, I guess, if they're maybe related to a kid or something like that, they'd be allowed to for a special circumstance. But
wait, he can't. Like Mike Houston couldn't even just go to watch a live football game.
I don't think so. I mean, you can't do any in-person evaluating or recruiting right now.
Maybe. Could he do like Bobby Valentine and wear a mustache in classes?
Probably so.
And sit in the stands.
I mean, if it's that serious, he definitely can't go to a Rose game because everybody knows they're recruiting Michael Allen. So
that's weird. But I don't know. I guess I get it. But to that point, I don't know how. It's just such a weird situation with these guys that some of these seniors still maybe left out to dry.
Yeah, it stinks, man. It really does. It's just at this point, their best hope, unless they just have an absolutely monster spring, their best hope is the preferred walk-on spot and then earning a scholarship that way. That's how most of these guys are going to get their opportunities. They're going to have to earn their way. Now, there's going to be some really good preferred walk-ons as a result, but it's tough, man. It's unfair to all the kids in North Carolina. Virginia also starting high school football today and tomorrow. And those are two big states that ECU recruits.
What was the other you said? I'm sorry?
Virginia.
Okay. And that brings up something. Every year when you come on the pregame show, I'm like, we need to do something different so we're not so repetitive for 4 hours. Let's talk about the high school guys that ECU is recruiting. And then by week 2, I always forget, and we never talk about it.
Or I just bring up the same guy.
This Kingsley Affetti.
I mean, he was putting up some monster numbers.
We talk about him every week. So you mentioned Michael Allen. Any other guys around the area folks should keep an eye on Friday night that ECU either has committed or is going after right now?
So you talking Pitt County or just?
Yeah, and we'll branch out a little bit.
So Michael Allen's the big one. I mean, he's a 4-star recruit, running back from Rose, very highly recruited. Kevin Hamilton's a wide receiver from Rose who, ECU showed some interest in. I'm not sure where exactly that stands, but he would probably be a preferred walk-on candidate at this time. He actually had an early offer, I want to say, from Coastal or ODU, one of the regional FBS schools. But he's a guy that I wouldn't mind seeing in person just to kind of evaluate, hey, is this guy a legit FBS caliber receiver? I'm going to get to a Rose game, I think, when they played Conley a couple weeks ago, knock out 2 birds with one stone, see the alma mater, and check out Michael Allen and co. But, Kayvon Freshwater, Travion's brother up at Northeastern, he's a class of 2022 recruit.
What's he play?
He plays defensive tackle, defensive end. I was thinking about going. They're playing Havelock tomorrow night.
That'll be good.
I was thinking about making the trip, but the weather looks pretty sketchy, so I don't know if I'm going to go. But I would like to see him. Havelock's got a couple of 2023 kids that are very highly recruited already. So,
some good players around this area. I don't know if excited is the word, but I'm definitely intrigued about this spring high school football. It's just something else to add to the calendar.
Yeah, I would, and usually it's tough for me to get out and see regional games on Friday night right before ECU plays. So if it keeps warming up, I'm going to get around the state and see some of the guys ECU's recruiting, and I might go up to Virginia to watch Matoka High School where Troy Lewis and Jacob Coleman, 2 ECU signees, are playing their senior year together.
Nice. All right, Stephen, I got to hoist the colors. You can. There's another little feature for you coming up in the next few weeks and a couple of months. High school football going on, and he'll be following the ECU commits and recruits. We're always following what's going on in the NFL. Russell Wilson. So, all right, here's a headline. Wilson's agent has says that Russell Wilson has not demanded a trade. However, there is a list of teams, I guess.
This doesn't make any sense. Like, either he has not demanded a trade. Why would you come up with a list of teams when you haven't talked about a trade?
The 4 teams that Wilson's agent told Adam Schefter that the quarterback would play for are Dallas, New Orleans, Las Vegas, and Chicago. So he hadn't requested a trade. He's fine. But he has a list of teams he would like to go to.
So basically, there has been trade talks.
I guess. Enough for him to... If you have a list, I would be upset.
Name those 4 teams again.
Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, Bears.
The Bears.
The article says they're all led by offensive-minded head coaches. Okay. I was thinking about this with Chucky. And Derek Carr's pretty good. But, like, Gruden, has he ever had a good quarterback? Like, he had Brad Johnson when they won it all, right?
Yeah.
And I remember him having, like... Well, the Redskins beat the Bucs, and they had Chris Sims starting at quarterback. I thought about, like, Gruden does those QB rooms,
but he's
talking to the upper echelon of quarterbacks, and he's, like, never had one, right?
That's a good point. I've never even thought about it that way.
He's been around great quarterbacks, but none of them have played for him. So, I don't know. So, Russell Wilson, again, you brought it up a week or so ago. The NFL does a great job of staying in the headlines. Think about it. You've got NBA, NHL, college basketball, college baseball, high school football, like literally golf, NASCAR. Every other sport is happening other than the NFL in the world, and the NFL still gets the headlines.
Even like any little draft nugget or draft talk, like I don't know who plans all of it, or if it's just that important to where every little tidbit of information. But no, I think a lot of it is strategic. Like the NFL leaks stuff to Schefter and Rappaport in particular all the time at a certain day to stay in the headlines, and it works, man. We're always talking about every time I come on the show, like there's always an NFL headline to discuss in mid-February.
Well, there's one today, Chandler. You brought it up to me during the break. Deshaun Watson is back in the news, as this is from Dan Graziano, who says that Watson met with the Texans' new head coach, David Culley, last Friday. Watson reiterated that he wants to be traded. He has no intention of playing for the Texans. So no change from Watson's end. He remains dug in. That according to Dan Graziano.
And just a few tweets above that, when I saw Tom Pelissero tweet out that the Texans remain unwilling to discuss quarterback Deshaun Watson with other teams.
How does this thing end?
Some of whom have resorted to leaving voicemails with trade offers per sources. So Watson spoke briefly to Coach David Culley recently, as you just mentioned, but the two haven't met in person. Houston not budging.
Yeah,
it's just a back and forth, like teeter-totter.
This is Houston Texans. Leave your message after the beep.
Beep.
Yeah.
I mean, you at least got to be listening, right, for the Texans, and
I would
seeing
think
what
so.
people like. At least listen to the voicemails.
You could still get a king's ransom for this guy. I think at this point, you go ahead and just bite the bullet.
It's clear that he doesn't want to play for your organization. So even if he suits up, like his heart's not going to be in it. I don't see, unless they're just trying to like act like they really want to keep him to appease the fan base, and then maybe turn the tables on Watson. You know, because if you're a Texans fan, at what point do you get fed up with Watson when the team is trying to make it clear that they want to keep him in?
So, like,
when does Watson become the bad guy?
It's all about like perception, right? Because Watson's been looked at by many as on the right side of this thing, and especially when J.J. Watt leaves too. It was like everybody's golden boy. It's like, well, yeah, but Watson's doing the same thing. He wants the same outcome. But if the Texans are able to get some fans, I don't know. They might be too far gone with their fans. General public, maybe.
Right.
We get on the Texans side. I don't think Texans fans will ever get on the team side when it comes to Deshaun Watson. I do hope. I hope he's still on their roster going into the draft. Just because that's when you see a lot of moves made.
That would be super intriguing.
Yeah.
But how tough would it be if you're a team to try and trade for him after the draft? Like, how much is that going to change the whole landscape of the NFL if a team does a blockbuster trade like that after the draft, when you kind of everybody at that point is almost set? You've gone through free agency, you've gone through the draft, you kind of draft based on needs, and then you have another shuffle. But it looks like there's a good shot it will come down to that point.
I was looking at trying to find like good quarterbacks that have been entrenched in the NFL and have had good years that have been traded. Not necessarily in their prime, but pretty close to their prime. And I saw a list, and one of those was Jay Cutler in Denver. Yeah. And I think that's a good example of it. A guy that you can count on, you thought might be the future, might be your franchise quarterback. And he was traded, and they get Kyle Orton in the deal from the Bears. And the rest
that
is
was that was one of the most infuriating moments of my Denver fandom.
Was that McDaniels and Cutler not getting along? It was more about that than performance?
Yeah, it was more about that than performance. At that point in his career, Cutler was looked at as the franchise guy, and then McDaniels didn't like his attitude and his efficiency. He wanted somebody who was more accurate, too. And I guess Kyle Orton was that guy, and but, man, when they made that trade, I was furious. I just received a Jay Cutler autographed authentic helmet for my birthday. And then they traded him like a week later.
When's your birthday?
March 29th.
So it went down like shortly after that?
So it was...
That's a bummer.
It was not cool, but it is...
Boy, you want to talk about no good guys. You want to have an attitude off with McDaniels and Cutler. Like, there's no winners in that
I mean, that you can see why it didn't work.
Yeah, both of those guys.
At least McDaniels, to his credit, realized it earlier. But the weird thing is they started that first season with Kyle Orton 6-0, and they beat the Patriots, and then they won like 2 of the next 18 games, and he got fired.
It happens, Steven. Steven, enjoyed the chat. Have a good weekend, man. What are you doing with no ECU baseball in town?
Following ECU baseball, but getting some stuff done around the house. Got some stuff to catch up on.
Got to start baby proofing.
I do have to start baby proofing and continue to make up the area where I can't think of the word. The nursery. There we go. Yep, the nursery.
Get the crib going. Maybe you could call Ronnie Woodward.
He's already done with his work.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Steven. We will take a time out, come back. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live on the way. Troy D, touchdown, Tony Collins, and a Chico's giveaway. All that and more on a Flat Brim Thursday. Shirley's participating. I'm participating.
It's messed up because we talked about this. We had a couple of days to prepare. Nobody showed up.
Nobody cares.
Look who's got the dedication here in this room.
Yep.
Me and you.
I do. You do.
Where's everybody else at?
Let's get a break.
We'll be back after this.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
They say nothing in life is free. Well, we're here to tell you they're wrong. Because when you switch to US Cellular, you can get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free with no hidden requirements. That's right, the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G has launched and you can get it for free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular. Terms and conditions apply. See store or uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street. And have you heard? Pirates Cove on Fire Tower Road is now offering interior cleaning.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
This is Brandon Tate. I'm 46 years old and I'm in the best shape of my life thanks to F3, and it was absolutely free. F3 stands for Fitness, Faith, and Fellowship. Every workout is free, every workout is different, and there are multiple locations around Eastern North Carolina for you to choose from. F3 is open to men of all fitness levels and faiths. Join the F3 Nation today and see and feel the difference for yourself. One letter, one number, F3. Learn more today at f3enc.com and on Twitter at F3ENC.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
Name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you. With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Take a look at your stock market for today. It was a rough day. The Dow dropped 559 points at 31,402. The NASDAQ was down 478 points at 13,119. And the S&P was also down 96 at 3,829. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All righty. Everything's going great here in the Pirate Radio studios because we got a big Hour 3 on tap. Troy D is here. Troy, how you doing?
Doing good, Clip. Feeling good. Feeling amazing. It is in the upper 60s in February. Sunny. No rain. Back-to-back happy weather days.
Troy.
Tony Collins.
Feeling amazing.
How are you, Tony?
Feeling amazing. Excitement time. And this guy looks amazing. You have the cleanest, shiniest head of anyone I've seen.
Thank you very much.
How do you do it?
I shave it.
But then do you buff it?
What product you got up there?
I don't.
Do you put some conditioner on it?
It's just
some product.
I just got good skin.
You do. You have great skin, Tony.
Take some notes, Troy.
You have great skin.
Tony, you still got a bit of the beard going. You said you weren't going to shave until ECU
Looks much
made a
cleaner.
bowl game.
Right.
I guess you just kind of trimmed a little bit.
Yeah, you got to trim it up. I can't look crazy out there. You know what I mean?
You were starting to get the homeless look.
Oh, my God.
It was getting long.
Here we go.
No, it was. It looks much better now.
So
if you shave totally, though, like Clip Brock, you would look 10 years younger.
You think?
Which, by the way, you look great, Clip.
Thanks.
I didn't ask you how you're doing, but how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
Amazing.
Nobody ever asked me.
I know. I thought about that. You're always doing the asking.
All right.
How is
great.
Clip Brock doing?
Amazing.
You got the
almost the UPS look going today.
I did. I went brown on brown last night. Was feeling very delivery man.
Yeah.
But I got the new lid. I'm feeling good. Great weather outside. We got a lot to talk about. Troy, we got your proclamation on Monday came to fruition that Governor Cooper did indeed make a statement, and more fans will be allowed to attend sporting events.
Yes, a call that was accurate. So I appreciate that clip. I forgot I had mentioned that on Monday, but I indeed did. And indeed it happened. And thank goodness, because I think the next home game is Wednesday, I think, against ODU.
The next baseball game, yes.
Home baseball game. So we've got a 2:00 press conference that we'll be attending over in East Carolina with ECU Athletic Director John Gilbert Friday. And we will have coverage of that for you, of course, here on PRL starting at 3. But we'll have live coverage on our social media for you with that. And then I'll be there in attendance representing Pirate Radio. So it's one of these deals where each media outlet gets one person to attend. And then we'll talk to Gilbert about it. I think they're going to roll out their plan as far as officially how they're going to, let fans in.
Tickets,
I like baseball.
Who's there?
Yeah. I know. Actually, Tony Collins does like baseball, so we'll get some details for you tomorrow, Tony.
Tony, notorious peanut eater at baseball games, right? Didn't he take down a whole bag or something?
No, that wasn't a whole bag.
It was a pretty.
You took bet I lost or something.
Yeah.
A what? Yeah.
I guarantee I lost or something.
You ate the better part of a 5-pound bag of peanuts.
I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah. No, it was impressive. I saw it.
Got any
a lot of nuts that Tony can eat. There's no doubt about it.
We'll save it for the end of the show, but any guarantee? I mean, there's a lot going on in sports right now. You got anything cooked up today?
Not really.
Nah, maybe something will come to you.
I was talking to somebody at lunch today, and they're like, ECU basketball is doing great right now. They haven't lost like in 20 days. I said, yeah, they haven't played like in 20 days either. It's like, oh yeah, okay.
Who are these people you talk to?
I'm not going to name names, but that's a true story.
Okay.
You can't lose if you don't play. Cliff.
So I was excited earlier that we're 1 week away from them returning to the hardwood, maybe. You think it's better that they don't play to keep this non-losing streak
I say
going?
Don't play, keep it for the tournament, stay fresh, and then come in hot at the tournament.
Do we have a winning record right now?
We're 8-7, 7-8.
I think we might be
8 and 7. That's the winning record.
We're 8 and something.
8 and something.
8 and 7. I'm going to go 8 and 7.
I'm going to say 8 and 8.
All right, let's see who's right.
Tony, you
I haven't looked at it in a while. 8 and 8. Clip, you got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I say we go into the tournament even
at 500.
Yes, and let's roll the dice, baby.
Speaking of the tournament, did you see, Troy, the NCAA tournament? What they're going to do?
They talk about making it to 80 teams.
Wait, what?
Oh, go ahead. I thought they were going to expand it.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
I thought they were going to expand it this year.
I didn't hear that one.
Okay, never mind. Fake news.
They are going to have replacement teams on standby.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
For the 48 hours after Selection Sunday. So Selection Sunday.
Just in case they get COVID, right?
If a team can't go, they'll have replacement.
I like it. It's kind of like the Olympics. Yeah. You have the people that make the Olympics, and then what do you have? You have the people that, what do they call them? That are the people that are ready to go if the people that qualify for
alternates
or something. Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So do you still get to go to Indy or no? Like you only get to go if one team bounces out, then they call the next team in.
Well, see, there's a 48-hour period. So like there's a deadline, Tuesday night.
Yeah.
That if
so let's just run a scenario. East Carolina's an alternate.
Yeah.
Does that mean we made the tournament?
Yeah, you play in the tournament.
If you're an alternate.
You play against, you're in the tournament.
Okay, so I got.
I thought you only get called up if one of the 64 teams can't be there.
Well, I'm saying I don't think they're going to name the alternates.
Oh, I see. I thought they were going to name the alternates.
Well, maybe they will.
That way you know to be ready.
But if you don't go to and play in the tournament, no, you're not.
That's what I'm saying. But that would be like us. Like we'd be an alternate. We'd be right there knocking on the door.
I would put a banner up.
Yeah. Then I would say
NCAA
2021 tournament alternate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reveal the banner. That'd be awesome.
Now,
so what's going to happen? What's going to happen if the team wins 2 games in a row or something like that? Then they come down with COVID.
That's a great question. I think at that point,
whoever,
you're going to have to forfeit, I guess.
Yeah,
because they're not going to bring in replacement teams once the
you
tournament
lose the
begins.
game. Once the tournament starts, if you can't play, you can't play.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's going to be like they're doing in high school. It hit South Central and other schools.
Just bad timing.
Got disqualified because
undefeated and had COVID issues, can't play, so they lose their first round game. Yeah, that's it. That's
better to go ahead and get it out of the way early. And
that's
be done
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if everybody's on the up and up and they continue to test and report results like they're supposed to, It's probably going to pop up during the tournament, Troy D. I mean, the odds say it will, right? So you hope it doesn't, but it's something to watch.
What if you're an alternate team? You get called up as an alternate, and then you make a run like to the Sweet 16.
I mean, in this year, the years we've been through.
What a story.
Yeah. I joked today, Troy, what number would you put it at? I think if 80 or so teams drop, ECU's in.
We need 80 to go down?
Yeah, how many do we need to go down before we get there?
I think we might need maybe 110, actually.
But what if we start getting good at the end of the season? Well, how many more games we got before the tournament starts? Only two more games?
Where are we on the RPI rankings right now, Clip? Because I don't know. I think we're going to need more than 100.
I think about like net ranking or something. I'll Google that up and see where we are.
There's 300 teams that play Division I basketball?
I believe.
Where do you think we're ranked in that 300?
I think we're in the high 100s maybe. Or maybe, I don't know.
So let's say I'm going to predict 179.
Okay.
And I have not looked at it. What do you think we're ranked in the nation out of 300
I'm going to go 184.
300?
Yeah.
I'll say about 190.
All right. Tony says 190.
See if we're in this area.
We may be way optimistic.
Maybe you guys should talk while I look at this.
We got a big win against Houston. That should put us up a little bit.
We've got a quality win, a Tier 1 win against Houston.
All right, guys. We are 148.
148. So we would need how many teams to get COVID?
A lot.
About
180. But then, so
that'll be 68. I mean, we're right around there.
All right, so we're what now? 148?
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me check this real quick.
How many? 64 teams go? How many teams?
68.
68.
I'm having some technical problems.
What are you trying to do?
Has it always been
what are we
68?
ranked? What are we ranked?
We
148.
No.
140.
It has been.
What are we?
Yeah, 148. I was talking to Tony.
Oh, yeah.
This is awesome radio.
Yeah, so we need at least 84, and then we could be on the bubble.
That's a lot of teams.
We could be the next 4 in if 84 get COVID and drop out. So you're saying there's a chance.
A wise man tells me anything's possible.
You know what? That is true.
Can't rule it out.
You cannot rule it out.
Hey,
the tournament will be here before you know it, and save it for the show.
What if we win our conference? If we win our conference, we automatically go, right?
Yeah. And there's going to be a conference tournament. So
right.
We got a lot of openings here, guys.
We've already been struck with COVID. So
right.
I know the university can't talk about it, but I will tell you I have sources that have knowledge of the situation. I believe only 2 players have not had COVID on their team. So that means, I think, knock on wood, by the time the tournament gets here, if we get hot, we win the AAC, I think we'd be good. You know? Because even if those 2 guys get it, the other guys have had it, you just send those guys home and then let the games continue.
I agree. Unless it's Jaden Gardner. You take your risk there.
We're going to let someone else handle that. Someone else going to have to take his test.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. I don't know whether he was one of them or not.
I got the antibodies.
I do know that most of the teams already had it.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy.
I think once the tournament gets here, I think they'll be almost, knock on wood, COVID free.
All right. I tell you what. Let's get a break in. We'll come back. We'll talk more about. I don't know, Troy.
Did you see my new quarterback in Chicago?
Oh, here we go.
Oh man, I'm fired up.
Who you got?
Well, Tony. Well, it's a little.
Nobody.
There's a little cliffhanger for the commercial break right there.
Who's our quarterback?
Major quarterback news. The quarterback shuffle in the NFL. Could the Bears be getting their Tom Brady type quarterback? Could this be the game changer that this league and this team needs?
This league need? What are you talking about?
Yes, the NFL needs the Bears to be good.
You guys already got a good quarterback in Mitch, right?
Oh, dear.
Mitch, please.
Shirley, take me to break. I got to get away.
Wait till you hear this, Tony. I don't tell him I want him to get his reaction live on the air.
It must have just happened today.
Well, it's in the works.
Nothing has happened.
They're working on it. These things take time. They don't happen overnight.
Tony, it didn't happen today because nothing has happened.
It's in the works.
I know. I haven't heard about it.
What a tease by Troy D. This is going to change the landscape of the NFL and the world as we know.
Bears.
We'll take a time.
We're back, baby.
You'll come back after this.
Oh my God.
Hey, Troy, Have you heard about The Place?
No, Jason. What place?
It's The Place. It's Washington's newest restaurant on the waterfront. The Place is located in downtown Washington in the Harbor District with waterfront seating in the back. We're open for bistro-style lunches Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 2 and elevated comfort-style dinners Thursday through Saturday 5 to 9. Plus Sundays, we have the best Southern brunch in town.
Man, that's awesome, Jason. The Place sounds like the place to be.
It is. We look forward to seeing you there. The Place in Washington, North Carolina.
In a world of fake profiles, fake tans, and fake flavors, naturally flavored Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer strives for realness. It's USDA certified organic, with no sugar or carbs, and only 80 calories. So the only thing touching your taste buds is organic, refreshing, and delicious. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, as real as it tastes. Enjoy responsibly, not a low-calorie food. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, IRC Beer, St. Louis, Missouri, 63118.
You've worked hard to start your business and are working even harder to make it successful. That's when it's most important to have a community bank and a local banker in your corner. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust. Our team of local bankers care about you, our customer, and the communities in which we all live and serve together. As the business and economic conditions of 2020 threw you many curveballs, our team at Select Bank and Trust remains steadfast in being responsive to your ever-changing needs. In 2021, choose Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
With rates being historically low, now is the best time to buy or refinance your home. This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685-842. Equal housing lender.
You demand perfection. That's why you drive the perfect car. Okay, maybe it's not exactly perfect, but it's perfect to get you to Domino's for their perfect $7.99 carry-out deal. Carry out any 3-topping pizza or a 10-piece order of wings, smothered in delicious sauces like hot buffalo, garlic parmesan, and honey barbecue, just $7.99 each. Demand the perfect carry-out deal at Domino's. Carry-out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico. A huge 46-ounce lime margarita for only $6.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach.
For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and now available through DoorDash, featuring a half gallon of the famous margarita mix to go for only $9.99. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Stephen Igoe, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? Trying to get a microphone on. Jeez Louise. Welcome back to the show. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into the show. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Welcome back to the program. Shirley Rhodes, Clip Rock here on Flat Brim Thursday. Shirley and I participating. Chandler opting out. Troy D opting out.
I'm not opting out. My flat bill hat will be here on Monday.
It is Flat Brim Thursday.
I know, but my situation, my hat will be here Monday.
Monday we're all wearing Kangol hats. It's Kangol Monday.
I'm sorry.
We're going old school. We're going LL.
Yeah,
on Monday.
The LL Cool J hats.
Yeah, well, I'll have mine Monday.
This morning I got my hat ready for Flat Bill Thursday, and I forgot to bring it. So
I can't tell you where I'm getting it from, but it'll be an authentic flat bill that's being provided to me.
All right.
Yeah, which I think you're going to like, Clip. So sorry I don't have it for you today.
Yeah,
I know. It was my idea, and unfortunately, things happen, and there's production delays, and, what's the other issue? Supply chain issues.
All right.
Wow.
Production delays and getting a hat.
I literally went to Lids yesterday and got this hat.
I literally just ordered 2, and they're going to be ready tomorrow.
It was a 3-minute process.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know.
Production delays.
See, I'm getting mine for free, so I can't be
drama queen over here.
Yeah, you people are buying yours.
Yeah, we're suckers, I guess. Yeah. All right.
But I get mine on clearance. I'm smart. I don't pay full price for them.
Troy, we're talking during the break. We'll get some answers on this tomorrow when John Gilbert speaks to the media at 2 o'clock. Troy will be there. We'll have you the audio for you coming up at 3 o'clock on Friday. But more details, and really the first details on how the ticket situation will be handled now that more people can attend sporting events. So I was asking you, how is this going to go? Are they going to go season tickets for baseball? What happens to the leftover tickets?
Yeah.
We're kind of speculating at this point.
Yeah, first of all, I think, if you didn't hear yesterday, the governor, let's take it back because some people might have been busy, actually starting Friday, they're opening up outdoor venues to 30% capacity, which by our numbers would put Clark LeClaire at like 1,500 seats available. Now there may be some variation. We'll
get details on that probably tomorrow.
If you really, you could consider it bigger if you count the jungle, but there's a weird way of how they account for that and how many. So I don't. We'll have to get an official number, but our projections is right around 1,500. Mm-hmm. So I believe basically they already have the formula. They've already done this. It's the same, and really we're only talking for baseball right now,
right?
Because there's anything else is not going to be an issue. I mean, it'll be good that they have fans at softball or other lacrosse, whatever. But there's not going to be some big crush of people trying to get in that's going to hit the capacity for that. But baseball's a different story. I think they're going to follow the protocols they use for football. I think you have season ticket holders with baseball, and you may, let's say they're 1,500 season ticket holders.
Then this problem solved.
Well, not necessarily though, because just because someone's a season ticket holder doesn't mean they'll go by priority rank,
right?
And they'll go down the list. Tony, you're kind of breathing heavy. I can hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Stick with us here.
But keep breathing. We want you to breathe.
Yeah, thank you. I can just hear you breathing in my headphone. It was distracting. Sorry.
I can hear.
All this breathing.
He's got some strong lungs over there, that Tony Collins.
All right, so then they're going to go down the list, but not everybody's going to. There will be a number of, let's say, older folks that maybe haven't been vaccinated yet. They don't want to be in a crowd.
Yeah.
They don't want to take their chances, or they're just not interested, whatever the case may be. So not just because you were a season ticket holder last year doesn't mean they'll renew automatically for this year. So then you go down the list. So it'll be season ticket holders, priority and private club rank. I'm almost 100% sure of this. And then what's left over would then be able to, I think, game by game situation. And then I think they open it up to Pirate Club members that aren't season ticket holders. Now that's the point.
That was kind of my question.
There's got to be a benefit to being the Pirate Club. This is your benefit now. Like if you're a Pirate Club member, if you, and I'm sure if you're just a general public fan, I'm not saying you couldn't get your hands on tickets, but it's going to be a lot easier if you're in the Pirate Club to be able to have access to this. But there'll be a pecking order as far as how they go down the list. And I'm sure it'll be, as I said, Pirate Club season ticket holders. Now, if you're a season ticket holder and not a Pirate Club member, I don't know how you fall in that. There's probably some people that might be in that category. And then there's Pirate Club members that aren't season ticket holders that would still buy tickets.
Josh had a good question. How many season tickets are normally sold for baseball? Do you know that answer?
I thought one time they hit a high like around 3,000 or so at one time. I don't know what it is now. My guess would be anywhere between 15 and 2,500. But I remember at one time we used to put that number out there quite a bit.
Okay, this is an article.
But it's been a while since I've actually asked that. So I'll ask tomorrow, John Gilbert, how many season ticket holders are.
This is an article from last week from WNCT, Kelsey O'Donnell. It says Pirate fans bought nearly 1,800 Pirate baseball season tickets this year, second highest total in school history. And
that was last year article.
I guess 2020.
Yes.
We're in 2021. Thank you, Troy.
Yeah. This was going into last year before there was a huge issue.
So that's a pretty good indication of what it is.
1,800.
Yeah.
So you'll go, and I assume they'll start with those folks. So now you're right. If every season ticket holder buys it, there's going to be no more available tickets.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
I'm just curious how it would be handled if there was extra for a game by game basis.
Yeah. And there could be. As I said, everybody may not be renewing. So there may be some extra tickets available. And that's unfortunate because I think the stadium could do much more than 1,500 and still socially distance people. That's to me, it should at least be 50%.
Well, that's kind of what's next, right? We're going to say, well, this is great, but when are we going to open it up more?
I think a month from now, you'll probably see that.
Yeah.
So I think as the season goes on and as these numbers continue to get better and better as far as infections and hospitalization rates continue to go lower, and more vaccinations are out there every single day and things improve, I think you'll see within a month from now, those numbers, just like the bars open back up Friday. They've been shut down for almost a full year, but they're back open. And Governor hates bars. So if he's opening those up, that's a good sign.
Blake Harrell, ECU defensive coordinator, tweeted out yesterday, 30%, let's go, April 17th. So I assume he's referring to the spring football game.
Yeah.
And having fans at that.
Yeah, and I think by then you could be way over 30%.
We're talking mid-April, so perhaps.
And let's be honest, the spring game isn't exactly, even when everything was perfect, we'd be lucky to get 9,000-10,000 fans out there to a couple of these spring games.
And 30% at Dowdy-Ficklin, now that there's no cap, that's a pretty decent number.
Correct,
actually. So
and it would probably be 50% by then. So then you'd be at 25,000. We don't get 25,000 for a spring game.
Correct.
So I think we'll be sitting.
So just about everybody that wants to go could be able to go.
Correct. That's my point,
game.
Which is great news.
Yeah. Tony, how you doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Oh, I forgot you were here. Hey, Tony.
I'm trying to breathe.
Tony, you're turning blue. Breathe.
Told me not to breathe.
I don't mind you breathing.
Told me not to breathe.
You don't have to breathe in the microphone.
You said stop breathing.
No, stop breathing in the mic. You got to have some situational
You said
awareness.
stop breathing.
Well, I did say that. I didn't mean to stop breathing. I meant stop breathing in the microphone so loud. This is what happens. It's been a while since Tony has been on, so he forgets the dynamics of broadcasting.
Yeah, I had my mouth too close to the mic.
All right. Going into the last break, Troy, you're pumped up. The Bears made a big move today. Apparently,
it hasn't happened yet.
Who's our quarterback?
There's speculation that Russell Wilson wants out at Seattle, and the Bears are on his short list of teams he is interested in being a part of.
Why would he want to go to the Bears?
Why wouldn't he?
To the Bears?
Of course he would. Who wants to be stuck in Seattle? Their weather's like our weather the past 3 weeks.
Why would he want to go to the Bears?
It's cold, it's rain, it's dreary.
When I think
there are a
great
bunch
weather,
of loonies out there. He wants out of Seattle.
When I think of nice warm weather, I think Chicago in the winter.
No, it snows.
Forget about the weather. I'm talking about
how excited your
he
kids
wants to
get
go
when it
to
snows.
a winning team. He wants to go to a losing team.
He'd make it a winning team, Tony. Tampa Bay was a losing team before Brady left and got his senses and left New England. Sorry, that hurt, didn't it?
Hold on there, cowboy.
Hey, look what one quarterback can do. Brady left the Patriots. When he was with the Patriots, they were pretty damn good, huh?
Yeah.
He leaves them, they fall to pieces. Now Bill Belichick's on the hot seat. He goes to Tampa Bay, they couldn't do crap. Now they win the Super Bowl. You know it.
Troy, you have the hottest take known to mankind.
You know what? You're right, Troy. Russell Wilson probably dying to get in Chicago.
He said it. He's one of 3 teams he's interested in.
It was really weird, Tony. So Russell Wilson has not demanded a trade or anything. However, his agent said he does have a list of 4 teams he would go to, which is weird, right? I mean, you're the starter in Seattle. Why do you have a list of other teams? But it was Chicago, New Orleans, Las Vegas, and one more. Shirley?
The Raiders.
I said Las Vegas.
I'm sorry.
The Redskins.
I said the Saints.
The former team of the Redskins.
No, well, Washington wasn't on
Dallas.
Dallas was the other.
That's the one. Sorry.
So he does have a list, apparently, according to his agent. By the way, Tony, you hadn't been here in a while. Troy was acting like this 3 weeks ago about Deshaun Watson. Where he
Going
was
to Chicago.
Going crazy.
Well, listen, that's still up in the air.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's future is not decided just yet.
What about Mitch, man? Mitch is still on the team, ain't he?
For like another month.
He hasn't been cut yet.
I think his contract expires.
They're keeping him around to park cars and stuff like that.
They've got him for like another month until his deal's up, but then they did not renew for his option.
I thought he made him to the first round of the playoffs, didn't he? They didn't get to the playoffs this year.
They backdoored him.
They had to add an extra team.
Yeah,
they got there though.
You got to put an asterisk by this.
They're like the alternate in the NCAA tournament.
They backed in. No, Mitch is not the answer. Mitch needs a fresh start for him. He could probably be, he might have a future somewhere else. It's not going to work with the Bears. They should have never drafted him in the first place. We all know this.
Tony, you got to... I'm going to let you ask yourself a question. Shirley, hit the...
Who's the quarterback?
Yeah, who's your quarterback?
Who's our quarterback? Who would I like to be our quarterback? Is that what you're asking me? Who's the quarterback right now?
You want Russell Wilson, too. Hey, so do I. Everybody...
I would love to have
What's wrong with the quarterback you guys had last year?
I mean, Cam, you know what? Cam's not the answer, I don't think.
I thought you were all excited about him before the season.
I mean, I was. I'm a Patriot fan, so I'm excited about him. But, watching him play and just seeing him throw the ball, it was just like, he's way off, man. I don't know. Maybe because of the Corona thing or whatever. I just, as a quarterback that can stay in the pocket and throw the ball accurately, he doesn't have that.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of miles on him at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's just not that good anymore.
I mean, he's a lot better than I think. He made a statement. He's in the top 32.
Yeah, he's one of the top 32 quarterbacks in the league.
He's got to be the top 32.
I'll give him that. Yeah,
doesn't say much.
Yeah, for those that don't know,
I take him
only 32 teams.
Hey, I take him over Mitch.
Toss up.
I take him over Mitch. Gives you more of an option.
I'll take Taylor Heineke over both of them. Heineke. It is going to be a fascinating offseason when it comes to quarterback.
But what does Russell Wilson have to do to get out of his contract? Or to get traded? Like, how do these players, just because they want out doesn't mean they necessarily get out.
Right.
So that's a little bit of the same thing with Deshaun Watson.
And why would the Seahawks want to trade Russell Wilson right now?
And why would Houston want to get rid of Watson?
Exactly.
Unless he's disgruntled and then he's like not going to show up, then you run the risk of that.
Yeah.
But it gets a little tricky.
Takes two to tango.
Yeah.
I don't know Wilson's contract situation.
But boy, he would be a great Bear. He would be.
A great Bear.
He would be a great Bear. We'll never know. Shirley. Oh, do you have something, Chandler?
Didn't he sign a contract extension not too long ago?
Looks like he can get out of it in 2022. So, I mean, he's still under contract.
Wait 2 years. We got to move now.
The time is now.
Yeah, this is not good.
Shirley, let's open up the booty bag for the second time.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
This is right up Tony Collins' alley. A booty bag. Reminds me of your college days.
I like booty.
Booty.
Tony Collins would be a big booty bag winner.
I mean, who doesn't like booty?
Yeah, I know. Come on. True.
I like Hungry Pirates.
And free booty at that, right, Shirley?
That would be correct.
What if we were charging?
Shirley giving away free booty. How much would you normally charge for this booty, Shirley?
You know what? Troy, you take over the rest of this segment.
I'm out of your price range. How about I put it that way?
You got that.
Yikes.
Luckily, I already got you on payroll.
I'm giving away a Hungry Pirate courtesy of Chico.
Troy won't even pay for a hat. You think he's paying for booty?
Wow.
I didn't buy my booty. It's being sent to me as we speak.
Shipping, handling.
It's not. There's more to the story, but I can't get into all the details.
We don't care.
It was a disruption in the supply chain. Is that what it was?
In the booty supply chain?
Yeah.
All right, what caller, Shirley, did you say?
I'm going to go with caller number 10.
317-1250, caller 10, Hungry Pirate on the line. Back with more after this.
Tired of cooking at home? Change it up without getting up. Just order Jersey Mike's through our app for no-contact delivery or no-contact at-the-door pickup. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. You don't need a big meeting. You don't need a birthday. You don't need any excuse at all. You just need to love subs. Times 12. Order the Jersey Mike's catering box today. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Dr. Jones, you guys are expanding and growing.
Yeah, we sure are. One of the things that a lot of people don't know is that we actually have a pediatric practice as well. It's called Kinetic Pediatric Therapy. We've got speech, physical, and occupational therapy there just for kids. If you're concerned about your child's development or just want to make sure they're on track, you can bring them in for a screen. If they need evaluation, we're able to do that and help them continue to develop. For more information, you can visit us at kptkids.com or give us a call, 689-6043.
We are back, baby. We are back.
CPW's is back. Back open every day for lunch. CPW's classic menu is also back with all of your favorites like tortellini CPW's, Cajun chicken and pasta, classic lasagna, the garbage pizza, the stromboli, calzone, Atlantic salmon, the Cajun fried shrimp wrap, and more. Start every meal off with your favorite beverage and CPW's fresh baked bread and garlic butter. CPW's is back. Back open for lunch in the Stanton Square Shopping Center next to the hospital. Follow CPW's on Facebook for daily updates.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Did you know your small change can make a difference? The next time you visit McDonald's, please consider rounding up for the Ronald McDonald House. Your change adds up and can help many folks in Eastern North Carolina. Just $10 can provide a free night stay for families with sick children here in Eastern North Carolina and across the state. Just ask your cashier at checkout or choose to round up for RMHC when ordering through the McDonald's app. Thank you for visiting your local McDonald's owned by Dixon Foods and for your support of the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, this is Miles Minges. And this is Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. We are proud to announce that Pepsi is once again the official soft drink of the ECU Pirates. That's right, Miles. Our family's purple and gold roots run deep. From founding members of the Pirate Club, alumni, and even a team physician, our support over the last 60 years has never wavered. We are Pirates. We're excited to be back at ECU and are honored to serve our great customers throughout Eastern North Carolina. Not only is this the birthplace of Pepsi-Cola, this is our home. Cheers, Pirate Nation. I like the sound of that. Support local, drink local, stay safe, and drink Pepsi.
Find yourself working from home or at least spending more time there? Want some remodeling for your house or a fresh look? How about a new deck or screened-in porch to add livable space outside? Don't know who to call? Well, you do now. Call the professionals at R&R Remodeling. They've been serving the local community for 15 years. Ronnie and his crew can help you today. Call for a free quote, 252-286-4119, or visit R&R Remodeling on Facebook. R&R Remodeling, construction you can count on.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. I am so excited to announce a brand new menu item now available at all Parker's locations. Come in for our delicious new boneless wings. Our wings are fresh, hand-cut, right there in the store. Never frozen, and our wings are big. Try them tossed in one of our signature sauces, sweet red barbecue sauce or barbecue honey mustard. Get a boneless wing bag for less than $5. That includes 6 boneless wings with hush puppies and corn sticks. Parker's Barbecue, a homemade tradition for over 50 years.
This is ECU assistant football coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina for over 83 years. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. And congratulations to Luke Phillips of Winterville. Picked up a Hungry Pirate courtesy of Chico's. Chico's announces that they have got some new hours and it's going to start tomorrow, February 26th. Here are the new hours. Sunday through Thursday, you can get dinner until 9 o'clock and appetizers until 9:30. Friday and Saturday, dinner is until 10 o'clock and apps are until 10:30. Sunday through Wednesday, they'll serve alcohol till 10 o'clock. And then Thursday through Saturday, alcohol will be served until 11 o'clock. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Broad.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Chandler Honeycutt also producing today's show. There's another positive side effect to the announcement yesterday, Troy D. Restaurant's going to be having a few more people in there and also staying open a little bit later. So good news for them.
Yeah, I think it's great news. Yeah. And, restaurants are still entitled to do what they want to do, but I've said all along they shouldn't be forced closed. If someone wants to close early, that's their business, or adjust their hours. But I'm glad that they'll have the option now to stay. They'll be able to serve alcohol until 11, and they can the curfew's lifted now. So if they want to stay open serving food later, I've seen some restaurants will stay open till midnight, even serving food, depending on the category. But I think that's great. I think it's good for these guys who've literally had to weather a storm here.
No doubt. Shirley, can you give me a stat to consider real quick? Por favor.
Stats to consider.
Now, this comes from NFL memes.
I love that page.
I don't trust the source, but it could be correct.
Well, it's not really newsworthy normally, but they're very funny. Although I did see this one.
In the last 50 years, only one quarterback has started 50-plus games and not thrown a pick six. That man is Mitchell Trubisky.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask Tony if he could name it.
Tony loves the guy.
See?
That could be. You know what? And
he doesn't make mistakes.
And maybe with Bill Belichick, they could be. Maybe that could be his next Brady.
Tony, if you love him so much, why don't you take him?
Yeah.
In New England?
Could he be a Patriot?
How much do you love him now?
He's a Patriot, Tony.
I think
he could be the next Brady. You just never know.
You never know. Let's give him a try.
Please take him.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
All right, Troy. We got football.
That's hard to believe, though. By the way, isn't it?
It is.
I'd like to see that fact.
I think what it means is the Bears have good tacklers on their offense.
Yeah.
They don't let the guy get in the end zone. Tony, some workouts going on. In fact, they nearly got hit with a baseball apparently on Tuesday. Josh Moylan's home run at Clark LeClaire went into where the guys were working out for, off-season workouts for football.
The football practice field.
That is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it's become an issue.
He killed it, didn't he?
He crushed it.
Yeah.
But
not only that, Clip, so you got the football team needs to look out, and then the drivers on Charles Boulevard need to be careful.
On was that Saturday or Sunday? Brooks hit one on the road.
That far?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. It landed in the far lane.
Wow.
So beware when games are going on.
Did anybody know how many feet that is?
Like a bazillion. It was like 500 some feet, wasn't it?
I think it was in the high fours.
Okay.
But yeah, it was an absolute bomb.
If you count the roll.
Yeah. Give him the bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't count the roll.
Oh, come on. We can't. It's college, buddy.
Do you count the roll on your drive at the golf course?
Yeah.
There you go.
Quit nitpicking.
Oh, speaking of which, man, we hadn't talked about the Tiger news.
Oh, you know what? I saw, he's really lucky to be alive. The more I've seen this and read about it. And he was driving this Genesis SUV, which is like this really expensive, souped up SUV, which had like 10 airbags in it. They said they're crediting.
It wasn't his though, right?
No, it wasn't his. It was the tournaments or whatever. But they're crediting that vehicle with saving his life.
No.
So, but he's got all these rods in his leg. I don't know. Like, forget golf. He'll be lucky to just be able to recover and walk again normal, at this point.
Yeah.
I think his golf days, unfortunately, are behind him. I'd never count him out, but I think he's got much bigger issues than golf right now.
I believe, and, some people care about this, some don't, but I guess they came out and said he was not, did not have alcohol in his system.
In his breath. They never tested him. Officially, they said he didn't seem impaired, but they never. I read some articles; they did not test him. I don't know whether they drew his blood to test for drugs or not, but and maybe it's just a weird accident, But it is.
Yeah. They said that there were no charges going to be filed. They were just saying it's simply an accident. And they said that he was not drinking, and they don't believe he was under the influence of any kind.
Did it happen in the morning or afternoon?
It was in the morning, but they did say they never tested him for
they did not
drugs or alcohol, from what I understand. He didn't seem impaired, but it might have been just a weird. Maybe he was on the phone, distracted. Yeah. They were going to look at his cell phone records. I saw they wanted to see if he was on the phone, what might have caused this. Yeah. But I did see that he's not going to be charged. But it is just a weird, Tiger unfortunately has had some bad luck with this type of stuff.
Yeah, well, I was reading an article when they did the press conference with the local law enforcement. They said in that particular area is prone to accidents. They actually have a runaway, I guess they call it a runaway ramp in that particular stretch of road, because it actually goes downhill, but it kind of turns and it kind of swerves and whatnot. And they said that a normal vehicle with not a lot of traction control can lose control in that particular area, and they're prone to accidents. They said actually what you mentioned before about the Genesis vehicle, they said that vehicle's traction control probably saved his life, aside from just your safety features, obviously with airbags and whatnot. And they used a good amount of actual steel, kind of created a barrier around him, but they said the traction control is really what would probably be the mitigating factor there.
Big loss for the game of golf, because I know he's trying to make it back for the Masters, and if he was there,
don't count him out. Yeah, I mean, he's back this year,
right?
But,
I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had Tiger Woods in the Masters, that gets the people that don't follow golf watching. And not having Tiger Woods in golf is a huge loss to the sport as far as TV viewership. Just go look at the tournaments he's in versus the ones he's not. The guy moves the needle. Whether you like him or not, he makes a difference, and this is a massive loss to that sport.
Yeah, numbers don't lie, and those numbers are astronomical when he plays as opposed to when he doesn't.
If you were, and Troy, you are rich and famous, but maybe I should talk to Tony. Tony, you used to be famous and somewhat rich, maybe.
Yeah. But he married up, so that's helping him.
Would you prefer to have a driver, or do you enjoy driving a vehicle?
I could go either way, but if I was Tiger, I would definitely let someone drive me at that level, and then I could just be in the back chilling, doing whatever I'm doing on my phone, and not worried about it. At his level, I don't even know why he's driving. Seriously,
that was kind of one.
He's a billionaire. Like, you don't even need to drive at that point. You have a personal handler that's with you all the time anyway. Let them be your driver, or hire someone to be your full-time driver.
But maybe he prefers to drive. Maybe it's a...
I mean, some people are like that. They can have all the money in the world, but they still prefer to get behind the wheel of a car and drive.
And I think it's obviously...
you can have a driver, and the driver can get in an accident too. So I mean,
true. I bet he wishes he had a driver now.
If he was in the back seat, he'd probably been dead.
Maybe the driver would have been paying more attention.
Yeah, well,
I mean, we could play this what if game forever, Tony Collins.
This is not where I wanted to go with this discussion. It was just, what's your preference?
My preference, if I was at that level, is to let someone drive me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let people drive me now, and I'm not at that level.
That's a great point. I wish Ellerby was here. He would say, "What are you talking about? I drive Troy around all day."
No, I mean between Ellerby and Big Daddy,
just texted in.
It said Troy needs a driver so he can take more photos of himself and others.
Seriously, I have people that drive me all the time.
Yeah,
Ellerby's one of them. That's true.
You're rich and famous. Yeah. So Tony, how about you? Do you like driving?
I'm a driver. Yeah.
I think I do too. I don't know.
I love to drive.
Last time we went up to Boston, you were my driver, Tony.
I sure was.
Yeah. You enjoy it, and I said, "Cool, I can just."
You have also employed Rick Smith as your driver.
Rick Smith has been my driver before.
Ellerby, Brian, Tony. So
yes.
Who's the best driver?
I have a fleet of people that are my.
Who's your go-to?
Rick Smith almost killed me. To your point, Tony, that just because you have a driver doesn't mean you're alive. We ran off the road on I-95.
Oh my God!
4 tires off the road, full steam on I-95.
What was he doing
at the Virginia border? He fell asleep.
Oh my God!
That was when we were going to the Little League World Series.
That's why I want to drive right there.
Maybe Rick Smith could comment on that. His memory. We have Coach Smith here.
What time was it?
About what happened. It was early in the morning, Coach. You remember? Yeah. Everybody was asleep, including yourself.
Wow.
I didn't fall asleep, first of all, son. You were taking a picture, and it was right in my face, and it distracted me. You were trying to take a picture. It was about the 46th picture you took that day, and then went on at 7:30 in the morning.
So now we get the true story.
Sorry about that, Coach.
From the coach.
Apologize. Rick's a good driver, though. It was just we left like 3 in the morning, and we probably should.
That's actually a side hustle, driving cars.
Yeah, he's eased off on that a little bit, but it was a good side hustle for him. Probably the best driver. Ellerby's a pretty good driver. I think I put Ellerby in the
driver's seat.
I was gonna say in the one hole, but in my power rankings,
all right,
I'll put Ellerby in the one slot. I'll probably Big Daddy's pretty good, but he checks his phone a little bit too much for me. You know why? Because his phone's always buzzing, and that doesn't mean he's texting. He's just looking at it, to see what's coming in. That worries me a little bit.
Well, Tony's sitting right here.
I drove you around for 3 days.
Not Tony. I'm sorry. I meant Big Daddy.
No, you said Big Daddy. I'm saying Tony is sitting right here. You might want to say something nice about his driver.
Tony was going to be like my third best driver.
Why gotta be third? I drove you around for 3 days.
That doesn't mean you were the best.
I didn't get in an accident. I didn't hit nobody. I didn't run off the road. Come on, man.
Come on, mate. All right.
I'll tell you why off the air while you're on number 3.
Because the places I took you to. I should be number 1.
Wait.
I should be number 1.
Tony drives, he goes where he wants to, not where the passenger wants to go.
Hey, you're going to control the steering wheel. You get to decide where it goes.
I think I want to ride with Tony now that I hear that.
Who else is it? I guess, I don't know. They all have their pros and cons.
All right, there you go.
But yeah, I would definitely just go full-time driver.
Right.
Like rider. Yes.
You would have a driver.
Yes, correct.
All right.
Yeah.
We got that taken care of.
Who would win in a Pirate Radio Daytona 500?
Oh, my God.
Who's
Jonathan?
No, he doesn't drive fast. He kind of drives slow, which makes him a good, safe driver.
The way Glenn...
I would win because Glenn's pretty fast,
the way he parks behind the building and whips it in.
It would be neck and neck between me and Glenn, but we'd probably hit each other and wreck, and then it would open it up for one of you guys.
So basically like the
That
Daytona
would be
500.
me then.
Yeah. I would wreck like they do at Daytona.
Correct.
And Shirley would just come creeping up in the Kia.
That's right. Yeah.
And
Shirley Rhodes,
Yeah.
you win.
Shirley would win under caution.
I come rolling up in my toaster, as they call it.
Toaster.
What a win for the 45 toaster. All right, let's get our last break in, Shirley. We will come back. More to go with Touchdown, Tony Collins and Troy D when we return after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a Buick Encore. Take $3,750 off or $2,250 plus 0% for 72 months. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty for all make and models.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
Anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Wait up. Papa John's has a new stuffed crust? Oh, we did it. All our tweets, DMs, and carrier pigeons worked. This ain't just stuffed crust. This is Papa John's crust. Stuffed.
Hey, Pirate fans, order the new Epic Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza for only $12. The new Epic Stuffed Crust Pizza is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
National Signing Day has come and gone, but that doesn't mean the recruiting news cycle is stopping. In fact, the Pirates still have their sights set on top targets in the transfer portal and have already turned their attention to the 2022 class. HoistTheColors.net has the latest on EC recruiting from a football perspective, and we also cover basketball and baseball commitments like no others. Sign up now and get your first month for a single $1 to get the latest scoop on your favorite Pirate teams, along with in-depth baseball and spring football coverage in the months ahead. HoistTheColors.net.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has $6 lunch specials, a $10 pizza of the week, and every Thursday has $2 drafts all day. Sunday brunch is the best for food and family. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp and grits, made-to-order omelets,
French toast, and drink specials like $3 mimosas, beer mimosas, or $5 Bloody Marys. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Sawyer's Fun Park is now open in Greenville. This state-of-the-art 40,000 square foot facility features a 2-story LED interactive laser tag, a one-of-a-kind 2-story ninja course, a ropes course with a 180-degree zip line, and it's only one of 5 in the country that are indoors. Multiple climbing walls, a super cool arcade with 40-plus games, and a brand new full-service cafe and bar for adults. Visit the brand new Sawyer's Fun Park, now open, located right behind ARU on Corey Road, Greenville.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
P-I-R-A-D-E. Once a child wants to spell. P is for pirate. R is for radio. Speak and spell. That is correct. R-A-D-I-O. You are right. I'm learning a lot, really. Pirate. Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, thank you, Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt. Got touchdown Tony Collins here, Troy D here.
Did she get fired?
I'm breaking news to Troy D.
No, don't say what it was. Was it fired? Wait, I forgot this news. I think you're right now, I remember.
I think she moved on.
Oh, okay.
Troy was looking at his Facebook memories, and one of those was 5 years ago on this day, Troy.
Oh, you want to read the quote?
Yeah, let's hear the quote.
All right, hold on. Let me get back to it. This is pretty entertaining. So this is these Facebook memories are funny to me because you forget about this stuff. This is 5 years ago on this day. We had a head football coach on this show I was interviewing. Do you know who it would have been, Tony?
What's the guy's name?
Who was the coach 5 years ago?
What's the guy's name?
Coach
Dick
Clark.
Scotty
Dick Clark.
Scotty Montgomery.
That's it.
Boom.
We had Scotty Montgomery on. His quote on the show, which we
Hey Scotty
put out there as hot audio. Quote from Scotty Montgomery 5 years ago. I want to dominate in Greenville. I want to be on fire. Scotty Montgomery in 2016. And Clip, we were joking during the break. Maybe he meant he wanted to be fired in Greenville.
I'm going to give him a Jim Rome.
What are you talking about? Don't be such an ass.
Dumbass. Dumbass.
That's great. Don't make me run you off this program.
I'm racking, Troy.
Thank you.
Rack him.
Rack him.
But then also, what was it? The volleyball spike.
Yeah, nobody
this
can
was
see that.
8 years ago.
Nobody can see it.
With ECU's newest coach, Julie Torbett. It was 8 years ago.
So nobody can see it.
And she's no longer at East
She is
Carolina,
not with the
sources
program
have
anymore.
indicated.
That is correct. Breaking news.
Who's the new coach?
Great question. I'll find out.
Scotty Montgomery.
He's back. He wants Greenville to be on fire.
Who's the new guy or girl? I'm not sure.
I'll find out Sunday when I'm there doing PA.
It hasn't. Yeah, I haven't.
It is a gentleman.
It is okay.
Yeah,
But Scotty Montgomery has basically had a promotion after all his.
I know. Can you believe this?
Where do you know where he is now?
He's in the NFL, isn't he?
Yes.
Wow.
He got a job with the Colts.
You want to talk about failing forward? It's Scotty Montgomery.
You don't do too much coaching in the NFL.
No, but the fact even
he's a running back coach though, right?
Which, he's so great at that.
Yeah, but you can say that about all these guys. They're all rehashed and resurfaced somewhere. I mean, it happens.
And the Colts have one of the best offensive lines in the league. And
it's a good league.
It's a tough league.
It's a tough
So
league.
you know what's going to happen, Troy? Jonathan Taylor's going to run for 1,500 yards.
Oh, he's going to get promoted.
He's going to be Scotty Montgomery's going to be an offensive coordinator.
And then he'll be coaching the Dallas Cowboys. Yep. That'll be great.
Then East Carolina going to hire him again.
You know what? You deserve one more chance.
Dallas, you are the real deal.
Tony, what you doing this weekend?
It's Mo time in Dallas.
Chilling, man. Just ain't doing nothing. Going to be in town.
All right. You want to get together?
Yeah, man. Give me a call.
All right, good stuff.
It's got to be before.
Can you drive?
Got to be before 9 o'clock.
All right. Yeah. Tony has his own deal from the governor that makes him go to bed early.
Oh, he's got his own restrictions at his house.
Yeah, that's self-imposed, though, right?
Oh,
Why'd you become such an old person?
Oh, man, because I'm old. At 9 o'clock, I get sleepy.
So you got to be in by 9?
I don't have to be in by 9, but I get kind of tired. I wake up at 5:30 every morning.
All right, could you sleep in and then stay out till 10 with me one night?
Maybe till 10.
All right, let's do it this weekend.
Okay.
I need a driver.
Oh, here we go.
You're in. You're hired.
I'm a designated driver.
Well, if you promise me you won't take pictures of me, I'll drive you too.
Had a good time hanging out with you guys. You're a lot of fun.
All right, we're back with you Friday, 3 o'clock.
Rick
Great
Smith
show.
was the only driver we had to get an Uber for when we finally got to the location because he had so much fun with us.
Hey, that happens.
We'll have to get Rick back in here sometime.
All right, Tony, great to see you, man. Enjoyed it.
Clip, when I see you next time on the air, it's going to be March, man.
It will be.
Stat to consider.
This year is flying by. We're already in month 3.
I was looking at the stat sheet, the calendar, and noticed that you're right, Troy. It will be.
Time's getting ready to change. Lighter later, warmer temperatures. Things are looking up.
Excitement time. Shirley, get us out of here. We'll see you Friday at 3 on Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following